Viewer discretion is advised.
I apologize for that false alarm, but it seems XSplit's going to decide where it streams from instead of streaming from the closest, which is here in Phoenix. It's streaming from Texas. I don't know maths and geographies and all that other stuff, but guys, we're going to be okay. We are going to make it. Happy Thursday. You're listening and or watching Pomecast. This is episode 224. We are in patch 8.0.17586.309. Tonight, we are going to be talking about nothing of great importance because it's just going to be a random kind of fuck-all show, to be perfectly honest. Like, I'm not even going to try to lie to you. It's been a very busy week. I pretty much want to commit suicide, and I, as well as I think Rem is in the same boat with me, it's just been a continuous amount of shit shows after another. So, with that being said, we're going to give you the very little news and all kinds of other stuff, but we do have a pretty controversial show, I assume, because we do have some topics that we're going to talk about. Hashtag no filter. But, yeah, we have that and much, much more, so make sure you guys stay right here.
In 2014, a crack commando unit was banned from Trade Chat for comments they didn't make. These men and women promptly escaped from the Stormwind stockades to the Ironforge underground. Today, still hunted by the trolls of Trade Chat, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, then maybe you can hire the Pomecast. Leader and brains of the operation, it's Belle.
I want tacos so bad.
Betrayer of the priestly order and huntard extraordinaire, it's Remedies.
Then how did you eat it in the first place?
Lovable defender of the lesser races of Azeroth, it's Murky.
Because a turtle made it to the water.
With the Pomecast team assembled, let the battle for Azeroth begin.
I promise I'm going to get it together at some point. I swear. I promise. Guys, I suppose I should unmute you now because I'm going to need some help.
Back together.
Keep getting
What'd you call me?
back together.
What'd you call me?
I don't know. We were talking about you spoofing your location.
I mean, you used to call me on my cell phone.
I don't even know where my phone is, if I'm being honest. Oh, just kidding. It's right here on the charger.
All hail the magic conch.
Guys, welcome
I'm
back.
not worried about the work phone. Hang on.
Welcome back. If you are new to Pomecast, my name is Belle, and welcome to the shit show. With me is my two co-hosts, Remedies, the Slayer, Betrayer, Masturbator. I don't really know. I felt like I had something in my brain, and then it poof, gone.
Hashtag
self-starter.
Hashtag self-starter. You know, there's something to be said for self-starting, in truth. So I suppose I agree with you there. And also, we have our other co-host who is officially in the outro credits, FY information. Murky, the very tryhard. The very tryhard. Guys, thanks for joining me.
Oh, you're quite welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me again, Belle.
Thank you for having me again. Guys.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
Right?
Oh, full disclosure, I only recently learned where that came from like 2 weeks ago because I never watched The Hitchhiker's Guide from the very, very beginning because it was always on TV.
I always assumed that you knew, right? So I was like, yeah.
I knew the reference, but not like exactly where it was from. So I mean, I failed as a nerd. So I'm sorry.
Well,
I'll be better next time. Not.
Such a good movie.
Yeah, I think there's.
Don't forget your towel.
Don't. Also, guys, don't let me forget that I need to do the shout-outs to the backers because I have been forgetting each week. But I actually have them, so we need to...
The backers? For what?
It's funny that you mentioned that. For the DitchCon 2018 Hallows End Bash.
The first annual... Just kidding.
The third, guys, 3 years in a freaking row. But every backer is getting a shout out, so I had to like remember to do that. Not because you guys don't matter, but because I don't even have words.
Thank you.
But, oh, I'm just going to retweet Angie's tweet. I tweeted from mine, Angie, just in case you're watching, just because I didn't know if you were stuck at work. This is teamwork, guys.
I did my hair today, and I'm looking pretty cute.
You did do your hair, and I appreciate you because I didn't do my hair. I ran a brush through it, and I put a bra on. That was the extent of my getting ready for show. And my husband kind of gave me a square look like, that's not your normal prep for show. And I'm like, well...
Shut up, bitch. It's been a busy day.
Yeah, I'm just like, I barely put a bra on.
I got home 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I just don't have... It's rough, man. It's just... we'll talk about our woes and our troubles.
It's okay, Angie. We love you.
Today's going to be one of our random unconventional shows that we have where, in the interest of full disclosure, we don't really have a lot of time this week to do show prep. And there's a lot of stuff for 8.1. But I want to make sure that that's kind of segmented out in an organized fashion instead of just like arbitrarily grabbing all the data mine garbage that just gets spewed out to the internet. And it's a clusterfuck, to say the least. But yeah, I want to try to organize that a little bit better. But let's talk about what we can expect for next week's Tuesday Weekly Reset. October 23rd is going to be the date. We have the Battleground bonus event for your weekly event, so easy money there. Hopefully everybody remembered to pick up their World Quest.
But you don't get any money.
Well...
You get honor and depression.
Honor can be considered currency if that's your thing, right?
You can sell that depression for gold.
People will watch it.
We are going to talk about that too, actually. Don't let me forget, because they had that on another list that isn't... hold on.
2 minutes ago, we had nothing. 2 minutes ahead.
I know, we literally
Everything
had...
to talk about.
We had literally absolutely nothing. But I did want to talk about those, that guild. It was the whole raid team, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Honestly, ironically enough.
Banned for selling runs for real life money. I'm going to have to find that link. I think it's in Discord. Anyway, so, yeah, we didn't have much. Now we do. Also, in addition to the Battleground bonus event, Hollow's End is in full swing. You could do that until November 1st. Hollow's End is fun for many reasons, but mostly because I like to use those wands on people unsuspecting.
The bat one that doesn't let you cast and throws you off.
Mm-hmm. I like doing that because it's fun.
Whoa, the bat throws you off?
And the masks and the tricky treats, because who doesn't want a tricky treat, guys?
I want those, the horse costumes.
Yes.
You both already are.
That's what we should go to DitchCon.
I call head. I'm not.
I want to be the ass anyway. So
you both already are, guys. You're already stars in my book because you already bring to the table what you should bring to the table.
You know what just popped in my head is fly monkeys fly. Like that's what.
You also need to do the candy buckets in all of the zones so that you can get your achievement. If you have not gotten your achievement, this does go. The meta for this is, or this set of quests or achievements that you get for Hollow's End does go towards the meta for What a Long Strange Trip, which gives you the Violet Proto-Drake.
Purple Violet.
I worked so hard for that thing, and it just...
You really don't work hard for that. You just play the game and do the...
No. I'm just going to say Children's Week. That one set of stuff alone...
That's not really work. That's abuse.
The PvP stuff in general, trying to compete with 11 million other fuckheads who are trying to do the same thing, it's just really difficult. So I don't... Like, it's... I was fortunate because we had RBGs at the time, so I was able to do that, but not everybody else has that, so...
Was there an achievement to, like, hurt away from the kid or something?
I just deeply remember the pain I felt at having to eat food in front of my starving orphan.
The ice cream.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That hurt all of my feelings. Someone on the dev team didn't have a good childhood, if that was their...
This feels really close to home.
Yeah, like it feels strangely like they took that from a real life element. But with that, just so that you guys are aware, with the dungeon that you do to get the Headless Horseman, the loot that drops if you're 120 is eye level 335. Just a food for thought. I have alts that are still wearing like the pumpkin trinket or whatever weird, yeah. Just because I don't play them.
The ones you used to farm the event before.
Right. And you
necklaces.
need to be at least level 23. But I think you don't have an opportunity to get the Horseman's mount unless it's like 60.
Until like before it was like 101 last expansion, I thought.
I vaguely remember. I'm sure somebody will not mind correcting me, and that's okay. It doesn't bother me. But yeah, I wanted to let everybody know if you're going in there with a level 23, you're not going to get the mount. So at least go in there to get, loot that you probably can't wear.
Or the easy candy.
Or just the satisfaction of killing.
So that's why I get in the ban.
Exactly. See, you already have prior experience there. That's why it makes for good TV. Also, a new edition this year. It's literally like the only new edition.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Headless Horseman's Hearthstone. Guys, it's a toy. This toy brings 0 fucking value to your life. You want to waste the 150 tricky treats? Handle it.
It brought value to my life.
You know it's
How?
also...
With all the other Hearthstones we
Have you seen what it does?
What does it do? Give me...
It puts a pumpkin on your head, you stand in a ring of fire, and you become on fire yourself, and you hearth.
So that's the only value.
That's the only value.
So they're
I
taking
needed that in my life.
They're taking the recalls from Heroes of the Storm, where it's different just effects for the Hearthstone.
Mm-hmm.
I will rescind that 0 fucking value to some
Negative
fucking
0.
value to people
No,
that
negative 1
people
value.
that it matters to. Although, like, that's pretty cool, but I don't...
You know it's also worth 150 treats? One of the horse's parts, okay? Priorities.
Boom. Let's go get that horse.
At least it's a toy. The Hearthstone is a toy, so it's not going to take up bag space. And since they've removed abilities from many classes, it's not like we don't have the space on our bar.
My bars are full. What are you talking about?
Yeah, full of shit and tryhardiness.
No, like never mind.
Just kidding. You gave up way too easy. That's very disappointing.
Well,
I'm disappointed in you. Guys, sometimes Rem still hasn't learned the difference between real angry me and just, like, giving you shit angry me. After all these years, you would think that he would know the difference, but he still does not know the difference. We're going to have to teach him. We're going to have to teach him.
I have a little fisticuffs.
See, never mind, I was going to be...
Go ahead. It's okay. I have no fear. Go ahead.
Not to you.
Put him up. Put him up.
Someone that's going to be offensive to some people, then I'd feel bad.
Well, we don't care if we offend people.
Okay, that's okay. I was gonna say when someone has autism, they don't really pick up on social cues, so that's my problem.
Aww. I don't think you're autistic. I think you're...
He might be right, though. I'm not gonna second guess this. He said it.
I think... I don't know. Maybe just because I'm an asshole. Perhaps.
So off topic, but on topic of what we're just talking about. So have you guys seen the new show Atypical?
I have not.
I suggest it because it's actually good and it brings to light on what autism is about. So
I feel like this is gonna turn into a guilt trip, and that's not what I came here for.
no, it's got.
And
humor
I didn't pack any bags to go on a guilt trip, so
No,
I'm
it's
gonna
really
need you to
funny.
not.
No, it's really funny. It's a
All
good
right.
show, and it's also like it's knowledge. You spreading knowledge on it, but yeah,
What was that show called again?
Atypical.
Atypical.
Oh, I watched it on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cute show about life.
A boy is graduating high school. Yeah, he has autism.
I feel like that's me sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. And these items are not new, but just a little refresher for those that may be new are new, or maybe you forgot, because we get old, guys. With age, we forget things. You can get the Naxi pet, which is essentially the little Naxi that's 150 tricky treats. There's a horse and tail costume, which I'm not going to lie, it's quite comical to see people with that, especially like last expansion. People were in Dalaran trying to like connect the two. Shit was fucking, that was a gold mine of Three Stooges, and it was hysterical. And then
Isn't there a middle part, or no? It's just that.
No, you're thinking of the dragon. There was
Yeah, there is a dragon one. Yeah, okay.
And if you only have the
I also saw people with that on Dalaran. I was like, that's so cool.
it's funny, but it's like 2 parts because it's like little corgi dragon. It looks so stupid.
Then there's the heirloom token to upgrade items to 110 that you can purchase.
That's beneficial if you haven't leveled those.
There's random transmog shits. Like, they made it, I think this change was in effect last year. It might have been with this expansion. The cosmetic items are transmoggable during the season. Was it last year?
What's transmog?
It's sometime recent.
So, like, the transmog stuff that you get from the drop that was not transmoggable during any time.
Yeah, the scout
It was like a white item or something?
Yeah, it was a white item. And it's basically, it's a cosmetic item still, but it can be transmogged during Hollow's End. Which, I mean...
Yeah, you can have it for a week.
Right. There's a tiny scarecrow costume for your Pepe. That's important. Pepe needs to be, you know,
Can't
dressed.
wait to not.
I don't know why you hate Pepe so much.
I don't even know. He's a spawn of Satan.
That's probably what people say about me, though.
No, you are Satan.
I know.
Where's your Pepe?
I feel like I would
Fuck
be
your
Satan's.
ass.
If this was in hell, I would, which some days it is. I would be Satan's executive assistant. I would be the assistant.
Don't sell yourself short. I mean, executive assistants aren't really that high on the food chain.
I would be the
so.
assistant to the regional manager, which is essentially what my job function is now at work. I am just assistant to the regional manager.
But in retrospect, you're actually doing the work instead of it being
know.
completely.
I know.
I can picture at the
Oh.
same time being the person asking for the regional manager.
Truth.
You get that vibe. You play both roles.
Well, and yeah, when people say, "Hey, who's the regional manager?" It's like, "Oh, it's Bell, slave name." So I mean,
One of these days, man. One of these days.
one of these days, Alice.
I'm gonna leave and take all the fish. What else? What else? What else? Oh,
So long, and thanks for all the fish. Sorry.
speaking of Hollow's End, Murky wanted me to make sure I included this nice little plug, DitchCon 2018, which we plugged that already, but we're gonna do it again. If you guys are gonna be in the Anaheim area, or if you live in California and want to make the drive to Anaheim on Wednesday night, October 31st, 9 to 1, come by the party. RSVP, they're running out fast. I think we don't have very many general RSVPs left. I had a hour-and-a-half call with my new Hilton person, because my old Hilton person moved into a different position. And it
So she. Oh my.
it was a series of fighting is all it was. It was a series of fighting, because I'm not going to take your shit. And
Again.
they got gratuity charges for the gratuity charges for the service fees for the taxes. I'm going to need you to fuck off, because we are not like other parties that are paid for and sponsored. We don't have sponsors. The people sponsor who we are. We are paid for by the kindness.
Together we are High Mountain.
We're paid for by the kindness of strangers. And some are not strangers, but like the community helps us. They do it, essentially. Like I just do stuff. I just organize. But
I was trying to find a prop to do some like product placement right now, but I have nothing on my desk.
I have random crafting items, because, you know, we're doing decorations. And
Coke should sponsor our party.
the candy bucket.
Venmo should sponsor our party.
The candy bucket is in the works. When I say in the works, it's this white foam behind me. There's actually 2 rolls of it. It's going to be a big, giant-ass candy bucket. Then the lady at the Hilton, she's like, we're going over layout, and I'm being very specific, because every year they fuck something up, and I have to fix it quickly, because the reading is hard. Guys, I give them literally a 3D CAD-rendered with all the things everywhere I want them, including a count of what I want in the room set up, and they still manage to misinterpret something I visually took months to create. But I was
on that CAD note really quick. It was just funny because I hopped in and you're sharing the screen of the CAD program. I was like, are you using a CAD program to set up the room? Are you serious? Before you just did a diagram of it, but now it's like full on like 3D CAD. Like,
I'm a
oh
little
my god,
extra, guys. I'm a tiny bit extra.
Do we want to bet how many times they have to put that dance floor back together?
Well, they were mad at me last time because they did the dance
know.
floor. There's this column in the center of the ballroom, and the reason is because that room is made to be divided in two if they want if somebody wants a smaller space. So they put it's like what are they, parquets or whatever they're called for the floor. It should go nicely evenly around the center column, but instead it was like all the way over to the left, and there's this big ass square, and it made the whole floor look ugly. And I was like, yeah, no, you have to take that all apart and redo it.
Yeah, they're halfway through that. You can't.
And
move
she
them.
was like, oh, it's not that noticeable. Listen, I don't give a fuck who notices what. That is a nerd accident / death waiting to happen, because nerds already are not that coordinated. I don't want somebody to fall in that tiny hole and then, like, we have to bring the ambulance and all that stuff. Like, we don't.
Well,
then
we have lawyers, and we could get.
Right, and you know we don't got that kind of time. But yeah, they were trying to get out of because they had to rebuild that whole half. They had to take it all apart. Next time, don't be lazy then. Like, visually, you knew it was ugly. I knew it was ugly. The guy down the road knew it was ugly. Yet you thought that shit was gonna fly. So,
Stevie Wonder thought it was ugly.
But they was like, oh, that's terrible. Yeah, because he felt it, right? The feeling, the enhancement to the feeling. Well, if you guys have attended DitchCon previously, you're in for a treat because the setup, some elements.
Literally, because it's Halloween.
Oh, that was a good one. I wouldn't even have caught that. Spooky.
Spooky.
I love you all.
I just reminded myself that I needed to finish the playlist for our DJ.
I got you, fam.
Well, our DJ's
It's
amazing.
Africa for like 6 hours.
Our DJ's
God,
amazing,
no.
and he's a friend, and he works for EVGA, and he's awesome. But last year there was a little too much of the same type of music, so I need to throw... Like, I gave him full creative control of the playlist last year, and we're just going to do a mix where he has some stuff, I have stuff.
A mix of stuff.
Yeah, I need breakdancing stuff, and then there needs to be, you know, some things that people would expect on Halloween thrown in there randomly, because I think that that's important. So, yeah, it's after a lot of fighting with her, I broke down every dollar and every cent. What?
Do you want the good news or the bad news that I just noticed?
What?
I'm murky today, guys.
Oh my god! Guys! Why?
Now I understand why Callie said we look different today.
Guys! Why? Guys, help me.
I'm sorry, I did see that comment. That's okay, you both said it.
I thought it's because you had your hair done and my hair was...
Now you're fixed! Hold on, I need a second to recover.
I'm gonna turn my camera off.
Guys, why? Okay. Yes. Let me...
Murky, just try to...
No, I'm not doing that again.
Let me answer your question, Soul. Yes, I did. I think I purchased it already. Question mark. I need to check Amazon. I bought my DJ told me what I needed to get so that the sound will go from the DJ soundboard, like all that.
Instead of using the microphone sound?
Right. It's a little converter, and it plugs in, and there's RCA stuff that goes in, and it does things, and there's a little guy inside the box that converts and does stuff, and then it outputs the actual stuff from the DJ soundboard and then the mic during the...
Wait, we have a tiny person?
Yeah, there's the tiny person. So...
The files are in the computer?
Visually...
Where'd the files go?
I love how Angie saw and didn't say anything because she already knows it's been a bad week. I love her. God, I love her. I can't even stand how much I love her. Oh, here goes the guilt trip for my big sister. Gotta love that. Sorry I didn't answer your phone call when I was on a phone call with my boss. Yeah, so we figured it out. I'll make sure, I'm going to do my best with the camera. Instead of trying to capture several different room angles, I'm just going to try, I'm kind of locked in where the camera is because it can only reach so far. Like, I'm going to do my best as far as the camera's concerned.
What about having a video feed for a video feed from other people that have video feeds? You know what I mean? Like, you have the main one, and then, like, Murky or I or other people involved go around with a...
How about we just become the government?
I can't
activate
do...
everybody's microphone and cameras.
I don't know how to do GoPro. I would love to have GoPro. I don't know how to do that. I couldn't get it to work with the stream because you have to have a thing that talks to your GoPro on your computer. Like, I'm going to continue to work on the visual elements, but I have the audio done. Like, I just have to test, but... Like, functionally, the audio should be well taken care of because it'll be the actual audio instead of, you know, whatever. The other piece to that is you won't be able to hear, like, conversations, but I guess that's not really important because usually, like, you could tell.
Everything else is drowned out, yeah.
Yeah. And you'll be able to hear whenever we're on the mic to do, like, the costume contest and stuff like that. Everybody will be able to hear that.
So essentially, yeah, they can hear everything that's going on.
Yeah.
That's important, but then we can also like talk and chat and all that. So.
Yeah, it'll be good. I'm hoping. But I did double check that, so yeah, I did get that figured out.
All the
also,
drunken slurs, yeah.
So we talked about my. I don't want to use the word celebrity, but my contest judges, right?
Celebrity.
We have Tom Hanks.
No, we don't have Tom Hanks.
Bill fucking Murray.
So I was able to finally
die.
officially confirm Celeste Alon after very awkward images via direct message. I love him so much, though. Not weird like dick pics or anything, just him being his normal self. I was able to confirm, and I'm actually able to speak on it officially now. Blizzard's given the okay for promo and stuff like that, because you have to do PR stuff and make sure it's like approved, so that, you know, whatever. And then I was supposed to have Jari from Method, but unfortunately, Jari thought that their plane got in at a certain time on Wednesday, and it doesn't actually get into a different time, which puts us way past, like, because the costume contest is going to be around 11.
Oh, so 'cause they were there last year.
Well, they'll be there still. Like, they'll show up because, like, he said he's going to they're going to go, like, right when the plane lands, they're going to head right to the Hilton. But their plane doesn't land until, like, 11:30ish or something, so they'll probably be there around midnight. But
in the morning, that's plenty of time.
The costume contest is at 11, so I pulled in, not a bench warmer. I don't want her to be considered a bench warmer because she...
I mean, I don't mean to brag, but I do know how to judge costumes, Belle.
She's one of my favorite people, but...
Jamie Lee Curtis?
No. Dari is going to be...
Oh, the other silent DJ.
It's not hers is not a silent D. It's literally Dari.
I know.
Oh. It'd be weird. It would just be Ari. That would be strange.
Ari?
AKA Shauna. Most of you know her. She is the owner of the BlizzCon group in general, like all the years BlizzCon group. She is also the general manager for Method. She's also my mom. And
everybody's mom.
Loves me way more than I deserve to be loved.
Do you know what a mum is? It's a Texas
Whenever
thing.
she, like,
That's awkward.
Whenever she does something unexpected for me and messages me, like, hey, I did this thing for you, I always tell her, like, I am not worthy of your love, but I will strive to be. Because I love her dearly. You know what I love about her? She treats me like I matter, even when I know there's times when I don't. And I know that statement doesn't make sense, but there's people who know what that means.
That's real.
That's my whole life.
But it's important that you have somebody that will be your champion and who will treat you like you are important even when times when you're not. So
I don't have that.
Yes, you do.
I work so hard to feel sad.
Wait,
Right,
didn't your
you're right.
mom call you the other day? I mean, that's...
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
You know, Soul, that's
My mom doesn't call me.
That's actually a pretty good point. I have been thinking about how I could approach that in the future. A photo booth type of deal, that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense because there's other parties that do that, and this isn't the venue for that. This isn't the atmosphere to, you know, do that. But I do have, I have a film guy who's going to be recording the event and taking pictures. Maybe I could probably think about approaching, I don't know. I'll think about what we could do in the future there. My brain's going to explode if I think about it now. Yeah, you should be. Sorry. Oh my God, 3-month sub. Holy crap. And it's a tier 2. Not for nothing, guys. I have the emotes being worked on as we speak, and it's by the emote master himself, none other than Pleb Central. He finally had openings. He finally had openings.
I mean, his name is so ironic because he's not a pleb at all.
No, he's not. And I'm glad because I was going to have somebody else do it because we had been talking about, you know, money exchanges and all of that. And Jamie knows how we like stuff, and he knows I don't have to explain much about stuff. That
he knows how to tickle Murky's butt?
No, but he knows the way that I like things done for, like...
You don't know what he knows.
I'm very weird visually about our stuff. So we'll have new sub emotes soon.
Is he redoing the Can You Not?
Oh, yeah, he's going to make it a real Can You Not instead of my bullshit fake ass try to do it myself crap.
I mean, who doesn't like that face?
I every day I want to shoot myself. So that's just terrible. But he is fixing that.
It's so gross.
Can you
but
not?
each tier is going to have an emote appropriate for each one of us. So
yes, we can, Kios.
There's plenty of Snapchat images
yeah,
out there.
you can just pull that right off Snapchat. Okay. Let's talk about Warfront. So right now, ball is in Alliance's court. You can queue up for that. You have, well, an hour ago you had 1 day and 24 hours.
Instead of 2 days.
Why is it 1 day and 24 hours? Why isn't it just, hold on, I have an image. Where did it go? Shit. Oh, there it is. Guys, 1 day and 24 hours. Not 2 days. 1 day and 24 hours. I just want to let that sink in for a minute.
That was ridiculous.
A good explanation of this is what I was telling Belle earlier is like when people say, "Oh, my child is 24 months old." Do you mean 2 years old?
Like,
I didn't come here to do math to look at your kid. Shit.
So your kid is 10?
my sister did that once, and I was like, "Your fucking kid is 2. Can you not?" Like, can you not? You're just making more work for me because I have to say 2 numbers instead of 1. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, once you hit a year, just please say a year and X amount of months.
So, yeah, there we have it. 1 hour, or 1 day and 24 hours. What that equates to is Saturday at around 6-ish PST time, you're burnt. So make sure you do it before. It's
so make sure you have time in the 48 hours because it's...
Right. 1 day and 24 hours. Guys, somebody somewhere is living the life of this team that is in charge of this and is living the life of the person who is the deciding factor in what gets put out. And this person largely complicates every fucking situation. It reminds me of my boss.
Right. Oh, I was going to say, it reminds you of...
So, what? Like... Yeah, they took an easy task where you just do a thing and they made it super complicated. But who am I to
Damn it, Ian.
That guy probably hates his life right now. They're fielding a lot of stuff, which we're actually going to get into some very controversial stuff.
Well, a lot of cooldowns are like that in the game. Like, for instance, the flasks, it's like 2 hours and then it immediately shuts down to like 1 minute and 59 minutes. Like, oh,
yeah, someone's really bad at math. Which is weird because, like, when you're a developer, the computer does the math for you, right? It's weird. Whatever. No hotfixes, guys. What the fuck is Blizzard doing? Oh,
That's
yeah, they're
crazy.
getting ready for that little thing called BlizzCon. You know,
what?
That little thing called BlizzCon. They're getting ready for it.
What's that? What's BlizzCon?
It's a place where nerds gather together and don't put on deodorant.
Oh.
TwitchCon? Wait, are we talking about E3 or PAX East?
I've
or
never
PAX
been to
South?
any of those. I don't even understand what any of that even means.
Oh, because you only focus on...
To be fair, what else do you suppose I could focus on? Because literally BlizzCon consumes
I could
me.
picture you playing League.
Oh, get out of here.
I'm gonna die.
I played League a few times many moons ago,
No
and
way.
it's overshadowed by the memory of my brother screaming at me because I was in the wrong lane.
remember
I don't
something.
know.
What character did you even play? Do you even know their names?
I have no earthly idea.
You were
I was
probably
bothered
Ash.
by the fact that there's no character
Earthly, she was
progression.
playing Malphite.
I was bothered by the fact that there's no character progression.
In game, in the match, there is.
Yeah, but overall, there's no end game character progression, and it's not fun for me if there's no.
I know. I'm just
If there's no finite progression, especially through like a story or even just through levels or whatever that makes sense to me, that just doesn't. It doesn't bring any value to my life.
Right.
That's
But next, we're
largely
gonna
why
make
I
an
don't.
arc. Next project is going to be an arc podcast.
Well, that's also why I like Diablo, and I'll play sometimes during seasons just to have fun, but there's no long-term progression there.
I think the bigger issue here, Belle, is that League doesn't have a Raider IO.
Oh my god.
You might be right. I might be suffering from lack of rejection in my life.
Bronzer, fiveser.
I need my rejection, please. Also, guys, I don't want anybody to panic, okay? I know you're all very worried about it, and I know you're stressed out, and I know you've been thinking about it every day, 24 hours a day.
I'm freaking out.
There's going to be a Wowhead site for Classic, okay? Calm down. They're going to make a whole different website just for Classic for all the things.
What?
Okay, no. Okay, so real talk, if they're going to do this, because they own old Thoughtbot, they have to make it Thoughtbot. If they'll make it Thoughtbot, it's not legit.
I don't know. Zam is the brains and the money, so I don't know. But just in case you guys were stressed out over whether or not there was going to be data mining or anything else you need, it's going to be covered. We got you.
We're data mining old content that we're reliving from a patch that I'm so...
That's weird.
I don't know what's going on anymore with my life.
My bot is doing stuff. Does anybody else?
It was because he misspelled thought instead of two T's. So thought that hoe over there.
I was like, wow, my bot is completely having a meltdown. That's funny. So yeah, don't be. You guys are gonna be fine. And I just want to disclose to everyone before we get any questions. The closer we draw to more information regarding Classic, I just want to make sure that I am in giving the full disclosure. I will cover about this % of WoW Classic on this show, period. There might be occasions where there's something mentioned because it was an interesting thing. I have no desire to play it.
I have a new metric. The amount of your forehead is what we cover, so we can cover the whole game now.
But it's already covered with stuff.
Mine's
all this
oily.
knowledge. My forehead is big because of all this knowledge.
Mine is full of oil and...
What if there's
Diamond.
crossover content between Classic and Live?
That's
would
what
they
I
do
mean
that?
by the occasionally.
Okay.
I'm not going to talk
I'll
about
finish
things
after
going
this
on
done.
in Classic. I'm not going to talk about Classic forums. I'm not going to talk about Classic gameplay. I'm not going to talk about Classic anything. Period. There's
I'm
like...
farming tigers, boys.
Well, here's the good news. There's going to be like 40 podcasts about this that come up, and you guys will get whatever you need from them, and that's totally cool. The reason being, and this is just for full disclosure, guys, I want to live in the now. And the now, to me, is what we're dealing with in life.
Right here.
I don't want to backtrack because that's like going back to the fucking dark ages with no electricity and internet. That doesn't feel good to me. It's nothing I want to relive. I don't want any of that whatsoever.
I mean, based on A Knight's Tale, that might actually be fun.
Honestly, real talk, that would be kind of fun. Like that kind of vibe.
Didn't you start in Wrath of the Lich King, though?
Yeah, I just want everybody to know because I've already
You're
gotten
dumb.
I've already gotten emails where people are going to be like, "Hey, are you going to include a Classic segment?" And my response was no. Like the whole email, my response was no. No, and then my signature.
Okay.
No.
I think it's just, and this is not a dig. I don't want people to be like, "Why is she always hating on Classic?" That's not what this is, guys. I just want you
No,
guys
that
to be
sounds
aware of
kinda
what
like it.
is important to the show, and that's it.
Classic Bell response.
So good. Also, guys, the BlizzCon floor map has been uncovered. We have searched all the dark crevices of the internet, and we have uncovered the map.
Do we have Bran to thank or Indiana Jones?
I'm the map.
By we've uncovered the map, I mean Blizzard posted it on the BlizzCon website, and we
That's not uncovering then.
we
What in the hell?
clickbaited. We clickbaited to Twitter. We didn't.
I
but
mean, when I clicked
Universal-
the link, it uncovered the map. So
it's literally like on the website.
yeah, that I had to click to uncover. God.
Yeah,
Belle.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like we searched as a community, and I mean all of us. Like as a community, we searched the depths and bowels of hell and all the dark parts of the internet where the Fet Lives live, and the rusty
That's not even the dark part,
trombones,
though.
and the whistling kitty chasers, and all the other weird shit on the internet. That's where we had
Thank
to
you,
search
reliable websites.
to get.
I fucking hate you. Oh my god.
Ugh, guys.
No, Belle, you didn't even catch it.
Oh, I saw. I saw. That's like the best cup ever. Honestly, though, real talk, let's talk about this post that Blizzard made about security. And I'm going to show you guys a map, and we're going to do a little whiteboard thing. I set up the whiteboard on XSplit, and I'm going to attempt to explain to you. I'm going to attempt to bell-splain, right? I'm going to bell-splain what the fuck is actually occurring with the security thing. The only reason being is
Is that better or worse than mansplaining?
there's some misinterpretation and there's some misinformation thanks to the courtesy of all the geniuses on social media. And I just want people to be appropriately prepared and to know what exactly is happening so that there isn't any confusion. One,
It's worse than,
what?
I would say it's worse than mansplaining because I feel dumb and stupid.
It's better than fucking Blizz devsplaining.
Oh, but they don't tell you nothing.
I know, we just walk away with more questions. But, so let me just get this thing up here. Hold on, let me find it.
Let us uncover the map again.
So we just uncovered this map too, guys. This is map 2 of all the maps we've uncovered. We're going to be good. We're okay. Okay, so basically what they have done is they have added like, let me get my whiteboard thing going here. So
Are you gonna draw on it?
yeah, we're gonna whiteboard this shit. So
I don't see any white.
they're adding additional metal detectors, which there used to be. This is the fountain, right? Is this the fountain?
That circle, yeah.
Okay, so this is the fountain,
That's
guys,
the
right?
head, yeah.
This is the fountain.
That's-
Okay,
Hold on.
guys, hold on. I'm trying to be professional. Okay, then
The
you have
entrance
these
is-
doors. Normally, there's tables and shits.
Oh god, why is it blood coming out?
Yeah, there's tables and shits, right? There's all this stuff here, okay? So this is normally where you go in. There's usually tables like here, like these places, right?
Wait, is that dotted line? Okay, I
Last
see.
year, we were like right here is where everybody entered. Everybody
You know-
stands here.
No, why is that's way off?
What is way off?
You're drawing, like those are the actual halls that you're marking.
Oh, I went too far back. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
I'm
guys.
Sorry. I'm the delay. I'm sorry. I'm fucking up.
Oh, I went too far back. My bad. Okay, so this line right here, this is like this big concrete jungle, and this is
This
typically
isn't an appropriate drawing.
this is typically where all the food trucks are, right? There's food trucks like here and here and here and here.
Everything is
and
just
here,
blending
and
together
here,
now.
and here. Okay, hold on. I can change the color. I got this. We're gonna change it to give me a color. Green.
No wait, clear out all the red and draw where we would actually walk instead of like doing all the
Well, I was
Green.
just showing where I was talking. Hold on, let me clear the board. I got this, guys. We're gonna be okay. Oh, clear the board. Okay. So
but green for the food trucks, red for the pathways.
that's a lot of work. You're asking for way more coordination than what I got. See what happens when I try to be professional? So this entrance where it says Grand Plaza entrance, this whole orange outline type of situation, this is where we walk. And to show you where we walk, I'm going to make a stick figure. Hold on.
Oh my
I can't even. We walk in this little walkway here, okay?
Waits for delay.
So every place there is a need to show your badge is going to be a metal detector security checkpoint. No. There's a security checkpoint, but there's a metal detector in 4 places, okay?
I have to show my badge?
Yeah, the metal detector in the 4 places it's going to be here, where this nice little yellow arrow is already at. The North Hall entrance A, where this nice little thing is already at. The hall entrance E. And, there's more than 4, though. Hold on. Oh, those are Q's. That's a lie. Guys, I lied. North Hall entrance A. Registration store entrance. So, badge pickup here.
Hall E is new.
And Hall A. Those are going to be your checkpoints that are going to have the metal detectors. So, what does this mean? This means, see this little thing where it says media entrance? I get to enter through that entrance if I so choose. But that's not fun because then I'm by myself. Anyway, so the food trucks are lined up like here and here, right? So the concern is that we're not going to be able to get to the food trucks unless you have a badge, because all the places where those arrows are these orange little lines, as you see, the security checkpoint, those you have to show a badge to be able to get through. Previous years, you didn't have to enter the place where the food trucks are. Just so everyone is aware, it's going to be okay. We're going to be able to get to our tacos, I promise. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Later in the day, it's not going to be an issue whatsoever. But Murky pointed out a good thing for the con goers in regards to those coming and going inside the convention center throughout the day. Murky, did you want to talk about that on this beautiful?
Nope, you can do it.
Oh, no.
Okay. So everybody's used to, on the back side of the fountain, that's where the tables were, where the security checkpoint was. And the biggest hassle about leaving the convention was the fact that you had to go through the security checkpoint to go outside, go get food. And then you had the hassle of coming back in, which during the peak hours, there's lines and stuff like that, because there's less people standing outside too, so they like jimmy the tables to block it off, so there's only 2 lanes. So the upside to this is you don't have that security checkpoint to deal with. I mean, we'll see what they actually do. I mean, they might put up a second thing for food check because they want to be narcs.
Maybe they do.
Well, maybe at the door of the actual convention center there'll are food, but it seems like that whole walkway is going to be open now, which is a lot nicer because it's not like a pigeonholing it into a little tiny desk area where they have the tables set up. So
there's going to be puddles of people outside the gates now, but
I'm in for whatever's more efficient. So if you're telling me that I could quickly get to a food truck in the middle of my con experience because the convention food outside of the delicious ice cream.
I was going to say the ice cream, yeah.
That's amazing because it's like $20 for a fucking slice of pizza inside the convention center, and I would rather set myself on fire and then roll around in hot mud. Like that's literally what I would do.
That would quench the fire really quickly, though.
Yeah, so most of the time the food trucks don't even start rolling in until like midday, right? So there isn't food trucks at like 9 in the morning because that just doesn't make any sense.
I mean, if they want to take advantage of making breakfast tacos at 9 in the morning, I will buy your tacos.
We just need the coconut truck to be there because I'm in.
Everybody was gonna get
all we need is the surf and turf and that the military canteen. Oh, fuck the Viking. Where it's like the diaper of just tater tots, lobster, or mac and cheese, or
oh yeah, that was good.
So good. It's like $10 and you get like a.
Where was I during this deliciousness? Because I don't recall.
Oh, you were eating some, so
I was.
Yeah, I had.
Was
some
I
of your
sober?
Plate. Yeah, it was in the middle of the fucking day.
She wasn't sober.
You couldn't eat it all, so I ate the rest. Yeah.
She wasn't.
I'm not going to be sober in any manner.
It's something canteen or something other, but it's a military style one.
I'm not going to be sober at all. I'm going to be as less sober as humanly possible. Although there's going to be moments when I have to be sober because I have shit for method to do, but that's going to be the extent of it. And I'm going to probably not be sober and just pretend that I'm sober. I'm going to do my best.
You could do what I did last year and just day drink with me.
You what?
Said you could day drink with me. I was day drinking last year.
Yeah, no, I literally, guys, I don't think you understand how badly I need this. I'm not going to relax until after DitchCon, right? And I have some stuff to do for Con Before the Storm. But other than that, like, I want...
Wow, you're a busy bumblebee.
Yeah, I don't want to do anything whatsoever.
I'm a bumblebee.
by the by, I just want to let everybody know if you plan on attending Calm Before the Storm, the meet and greets, Christy Golden just confirmed.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, so Dave, if you're watching, I apologize if I stole your
I
thunder.
don't think so.
I think I'm not supposed to talk about that.
You just overstepped for PR people.
No, I overstepped Dave, who runs Calm Before the Storm. I'm sorry, Dave, I love you. I don't think that's public knowledge yet.
Yeah, Seraphis, sorry. That's sorry.
Guys, can we not tell anybody that?
You're gonna delete this right here, just cut. We'll start over
I
again.
fucked that whole thing up. I might have to cut this out. My bad, I apologize. Shit. This is why I can't be trusted with important matters. Okay.
All right, timestamp is at 6.
Guys, let's talk about people being banned for selling real life runs, guys. I mean, money, real life money. Real life raids.
They're giving people X-Lax. Real life friends, no.
People selling carries. What do we feel? How do we feel about that? I know how I feel about that, but
I know how I feel about it.
do you appreciate the ban? Would you partake in the selling of runs as a guild or as a? I think in our Discord there was a discussion being had because we didn't. Somebody else shared this information in our Discord, and there was conversations to be had about whether or not the entire raid team knew, said things were going on, you know.
So, like, my opinion, my perspective is I don't believe everyone in the raid knew there was a real life money going on. I mean, obviously, if you're a top end guild, you're going to be selling runs for gold, but to sell it for real life money, I think that was something that someone higher up in the chain took upon himself to do and didn't divvy up with the other guild members. If everyone knew about it, then yeah, ban everybody. But like a 6-month ban for people that may or may not have been associated with it is kind of excessive. I agree with selling runs for, like I said, in-game gold, but never for real life money.
Well, riddle me this. Blizzard banned the whole raid team, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Do you really think that Blizzard would ban the entire raid team if they didn't have some type of proof that everybody knew about it, such as in-game chat that's logged?
Yeah, I mean, I guess with the chat log, yeah, but they've done stupid bans before, so.
Yeah, but this is like they knew going into this decision that it was going to be a huge deal to the community in the sense of everybody was going to have an opinion, right? Because we love opinions. Mm-hmm. I don't really feel like there was just arbitrary bans placed on everyone unless they did at least a little bit of due diligence, verifying stuff,
I mean,
you know?
Yes and no, but I mean, you still have the people like, what's his nuts? Got lost his job because of Trump and Bush, whichever Bush it is. Like, even if you're at this top end raid guild and you know what's going on, but you're not going to say like, hey, I don't agree with this, I'm going to leave the guild because you have this spot in a top end guild. Like, it's not smart to do, but I mean, maybe they were turning a blind eye to it, and
that's just as bad as committing a murder, in my opinion. Like being an accomplice.
Not in this sense. I mean,
but I'm
for
saying,
other
like,
stuff, but
an accomplice or somebody who turns a blind eye instead of defending and allows this murder to take place, you're just as guilty as the
that's
person
not
who
murder,
murdered.
though.
No, but I'm saying, like, in the context of committing a crime, right? So if a guy is on trial for, we'll say murder 1, right? Because it was premeditated.
It's not.
There was somebody who saw what was happening and didn't intercede. I think they should be just as guilty as the person who did it, in my opinion.
So what you're saying is you murder someone, I hide the body with you, I should go to jail as well?
Right, but because of the type of person I am, I would say you had nothing to do with it because that's how I roll. And to that end, said guild master, said raid leader, whatever the hierarchy is here, if there were innocent bystanders in this raid, she should have done the same exact thing.
That's valid.
That was the only thing I was thinking of. Is there was probably at least a couple, 3 DPS monkeys who had no idea of this going on,
and if that's the case,
that
then
was
it's up to the
probably
leader.
yes.
It's up to the leader to fix it for them because that's what I would do if I did some dumb shit and my whole.
But, for
you know,
instance, like I'm pretty sure you or anyone we know, well, not anyone, a select few in the guild would be like, hey, like these people weren't associated with this.
I wouldn't let innocent people go down for my bullshit.
I've done some shady
So,
shit.
I guess if there's pending investigation or whatever, we might not know that that's the case. I haven't done a whole lot of research on this subject in general just because...
all I know is that it was honestly one of the only alliance guilds that killed Mythic Cahoon, and it was what, like 3 or 4 members that were permabanned, and then everyone on the raid team was 6 months minimum.
And that 6 months could have just been a slap on the wrist to say, hey, next time think about what you've
Those
done.
are the people that he divvied up the gold to, that he actually transferred gold to, maybe.
Maybe.
Paid up gold to.
What about if you, like, again, I don't agree with real life money being done like that, but what if you were to use that gold or use the money to buy gold in game to sell to your...
I guess that would be why people don't get caught for it. Because I know that happens.
Oh.
It's all about doing it smarter. And instead, you are a greedy cunt, and this is why you got busted.
Money laundering.
Exactly. The more money that changes hands, the harder it is to trace, guys. I learned this in 2005, just so you are aware. Moving on awkwardly.
I love you.
Moving on awkwardly so. Guys, we have story for you today. Rem has done so much good work. 45 minutes before the show. Just kidding. He did it earlier. I don't know when he did it. It was in there.
This was done yesterday.
This was the only
Lie,
thing.
was it?
It was.
Oh.
Yesterday. Look at the edits, biatch.
Whoa!
He's not wrong. I can't even say he's wrong because he's not. Totally all of those things. So, we're talking about... this is not my favorite boss. He's ugly. Everything about this boss fight encounter is ugly.
We're not talking about him.
What are we talking about?
Associated with the raid. The first two in the raid. But we're going to talk about we're talking about the general info plus opinion plus info and the first two bosses of Uldir.
Ooh.
I figured it'd be good since everyone's now experienced all the bosses on LFR. I mean, I hope if you're smart enough or dumb enough to go on the first week of Cahoon opening up.
That's true. So Talik is the first boss.
Talik is the first boss and a guardian, essentially. So have you ever seen the top of the raid, Uldir?
I have. Have you?
There's a giant Talik sitting up there. Like the same mechanism or thing. Colossus.
Robot?
Titan creation.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I want to know when
robot.
that's going to be opened up, or not opened up, but unlocked. Maybe that's a new world boss someday.
I thought he was the one that... I thought he was actually Talik that just, like, fell through.
I have no idea, actually. I don't think so, because there's no opening in the... I don't know. I'll have to double check that in the raid, because maybe the sky's opened up. But...
well, you know how men are. They make holes where holes don't exist, so...
we just stick it in there, yeah.
Sorry.
I like what Talik says
grinding
during
pepper.
the... I like what Talik says during the encounter, and I don't know why. Like, just like... I guess because it's robotish, and he's like...
I am a robot.
He says things like deploying the blood or something to the host.
Oh yeah, extracting blood from the host or something like that.
And then like cudgel activated.
Because you want to just cudgel people, yeah.
I thought it was cuddle activated, and I was getting excited because I was like, we about to hug. And then that's not what happened.
But it's
Fluid
so...
evacuation in progress. Stand by.
oh my.
Oh my. Sorry, I had to look up all the quotes now.
So Uldir is a Titan facility that is built to research and try to learn how to manipulate the Void and the Old Gods. Less so the Void, more so the Old Gods, because the Titans don't mess with the Void because they're little bitches, unlike Sargeras. But so this was a facility that we didn't know about, and surprisingly enough, I guess the Zandalari forgot about it based on the ruins of I'm blinking on the name of the old city, but it was the original city of the trolls before the Tsar led the trolls to Zandalar and created the Zandalari tribe, which splintered off into all the other tribes. And one of the major seals is in Zandalar, which held Cahoon, which was broken apart by, was it Mithrax that did it?
Mithrax.
And so the major part of the raid is for the Horde I'll let Murky talk about, because there's a quest line you learned about it, yeah?
Yeah, there's
Or at
a
least
lot we learned about. So,
well, on the Horde side.
You talking about the seals themselves, or
Yeah, the seals and like all that good stuff, because I still haven't done the Horde. I mean, I'm bad, but yeah.
Well, so yeah, as the Horde in each 3 zones, Nazmir, Vol'dun, and I'm spaced on the Z word here, but
Zuldazar.
Zuldazar is the only remaining seal left, but the other 2, these 3 seals were keeping
Yeah, they keep Gahun locked away.
Sealed underground. But in Vol'dun, you do the quest line as the Horde to find that one of the Sand Tribe trolls has been trying to resurrect Mithrax, which they eventually do. Mithrax comes into town with Zul, and they pretty much beat the shit out of the seal and break it. Thus the story of the raid coming into play. So now that all 3 seals are technically destroyed for the Horde, Gahun is now able to rise to power.
Yeah. It was just Crozet that was with the Sand Trolls or something like that, yeah?
Yeah. He had a weird name. I can't remember it.
Yeah, so the seals are put in place by the Titan Creations to keep Gahun locked away. And so they're experimenting with a mix of the old gods and the Loa. And what happens is they set in place 2 Titan Creations, Talik and Mother. Talik has been sitting there for ages and ages, since before the Zandalari were even a tribe, so tens of thousands of years. And, well, not tens of thousands of years, but 10,000 years or more. Maybe 10,001. We don't know exactly. But Talik was built to be like the strong arm of the facility. Like if Mother put in a protocol to end this thing, he would make sure it was done. And so he's sitting there forever. And we don't know the exact internals of Titan Creations or the Colossus and all that good stuff, but my assumption is they're part organic, part mechanical, because they are made in their image. And so after a time, he becomes corrupted by Gahun's outreaching and the blood and it's almost like, it reminds me of the Upside Down from whatchamacallit, the Stranger Things. Just because of like the way it looks and the way it corrupts everything on the end. But Talik becomes corrupted and his protocols are in place, but he doesn't know who is friend or foe. And so we look like we're corrupted. And the reason why we go up against him is that point is Gahun has corrupted him and he is now an enemy. Whereas instead of being, it's like in Tomb of Sargeras, when the Maiden of Virtue becomes corrupted by Sargeras, it's like half of her is good, half of her is bad, but it's all bad at the same point.
Gotcha.
But Mother, I don't like her. I love my mom, but not Mother, because she is sick and twisted. So she is the caretaker of the experiments in the facility. And the good and bad of that is, again, they're learning stuff about the old gods, but they're also twisting it with the Loas. And we'll talk about Fetid, but a little bit. But they merge Loas and the old god corruption, and it creates the monstrosity, and it's no good. So I don't know at that point if who's better, the Titans or the old gods. I praise N'Zoth. I don't know who you praise, but Mother is not a good person. She once we go through the steps of showing that we're not corrupted, she's like, "Oh, hey, maybe we're good." But it just shows they're either extreme. The light, chaos, arcane, it's all bad. The extreme of anything it's like too much water. It can kill you guys. Okay, so we need a balance. We need warlocks. And we need the holy priests. So
you just made this raid sound like Scientology versus satanic worshiping.
I mean, that's essentially what it is, because
they're both bad. Let's go.
We're seeing a glimpse of what the Titans were willing to do to either A, learn, or B, eradicate the enemy. Which, I mean, it's a little better than splitting the world in two just because, hey, someone said these guys are bad, so let's kill them all. Whereas the Titans were like microscopically like, hey, let's nitpick and tear apart this stuff and see what we can learn. And both are bad, honestly, in my opinion. Like, what's your guys' opinions on learning what we have in Uldir and like what the Titans have done with creating Ga'Hoon, pretty much?
I think that's a smart military strategy, if I'm being 100% honest. Like, there's never been a precedence in the sense of like we don't battle other like aliens and nation or like all that kind of stuff in real life. But I feel like if this were to mirror that, if I'm a general, or let's say like I'm Anduin, or Horde side, I'm Sylvanas, whatever, I would totally take what others have done, especially with even before the raid came out, before we even knew much about the raid outside of we were told, secret research and all that kind of stuff. Secret weapon development was happening at this facility, or was rumored, or whatever. I mean, I respect anybody that builds self-defense or mass destruction. It doesn't really matter. There can be interchangeable at any moment. You could say
it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, you could say it's for self-defense, but you could and probably are a liar, because who doesn't want more power?
Well,
but
this is a little bit different than trying to reverse engineer some bomb or trying to waterboard terrorists. Like, there's no controlling the void. Like, they tried to do it, and you have Fede the Devourer, which is running amok. You have Vectis, which is it was like a little blood splatter of Ga'Hoon, and came in touch with, I can't remember exactly what, but like, there's no controlling any of this. You can maybe learn how to beat them, but there's no way we can control the void. Like Shadow Priest, even then, like, eventually you're going to succumb to the Whisperers and become insane.
Well, and that makes for a good point. How many times have we, I'm not going to say we've done it, because I'm sure we have, but you can only control so many elements, right? Like, how many movies have we seen where they made a weapon of mass destruction and they couldn't control that weapon of mass destruction, and then that weapon turned on them and like everything went south?
I mean, everything was fine until the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah, like, these are things I feel like the story that it was telling in there, although I don't particularly like Mother in general. It's not, but it's not the worst. It just, there's so much going on at the same time in Heroic.
Oh, yeah.
And like, you have to fucking put your left hand in, take your left hand out, put your fucking right hand in, then throw your whole body in, twist, turn around, and go down a shaft.
And then
like,
you're dead.
Fuck, all these things. But I feel like if we were smart, we would take what we learned there and adapt it to our uses, because that's what you should do.
So you want Sargeras' theory and the Pantheon's theory to go kind of hand in hand, to learn the enemy but completely obliterate them, yeah?
Of course.
Okay.
That's what you should do, right?
Okay, so
Murky, Murky, is that correct though? Do you feel the same?
I feel like with the way you're going about this, Sylvanas is going to make some blood creatures by the end of this expansion. We're going to learn some shit.
So on that note about that, so backtrack a little bit back on the fact that I had to ask Murky the introduction to Uldir. That's when I'm going to be my pet peeves really quick about the story, is the Alliance doesn't learn jack shit about Uldir. There is no introduction. There is no, hey, this is going on. This is what's in here. We might need to go here. We could have learned about it in the war campaign for Nazmir. We could have been learning about anything, really. Instead, we walk in there because we know the raid's open, because we, as the players, know. But in the story, we don't know. And Brand's talking like, hey, we're doing this thing, by the way. I was like, oh, okay.
So I'm going to stop you right there, mister, because I have been leveling in Alt again recently, and I just set up my my Warfront campaigns in Nazmir and stuff like that. You actually kind of tell a story of going to Uldir. Sorry, I spaced on the fucking raid for some reason. But do you remember, you follow Bran out there, you go down the hole, you kill the bat, you come up and
the corrupted Loa bat, yeah. But I mean, and what I'm saying is they don't really go in depth with it like they should for
right. They don't go in depth, but as an Alliance player, you understand it's there and something bad coming.
Yeah, that's all. That's all they tell us.
No, okay.
But I'm saying like
there was zero.
No. What I'm saying is when you go in there, it sounds like Bran knows why we're there in terms of what's going on. Like we don't know the seals.
He
We don't know what's
read the
going on.
disc.
Yeah, we don't the discs of Narganon. Yeah,
Yeah.
back in fucking what was it? Not Uldaman.
No, it's Uldaman.
Yeah. Oh, because I had it right. Uldaman. Yeah.
Uldaman.
Where we find Arcaris, which is also voiced by Metzen, by the way. Little fun fact. But yeah, that was a kind of a pet peeve because I mean, when you're introducing raids and you want to say, "Hey, story is important because of raids," or "Story is important within the raids," make it important then.
I do see what the stream is talking about. Your video is stuttering, Rem, and it's not through the XSplit, it's through your actual video. It stutters.
Well, that's weird. I might have to.
That's weird because I'm watching him on Zoom and it's fine.
Yeah, it's the delay that's like picks itself back up after every time it does it, but it
I
doesn't.
think it's your internet.
I mean, it just is what it is. Who cares? I don't really have. I haven't looked into the other raids outside of like what we already knew. I know that they're doing raid testing for what's on PTR. I've been trying to avoid. I was trying to experience it just from like actual going through these stories to kind of understand why we're here. What are we doing? Why are we fighting giant robots?
Who am I?
Running down the hallways, dropping bombs
Almost
off.
died.
Yeah, like
That's what we're here for.
I enjoy the raid in general, except
Why are we there?
Except
I don't understand the purpose.
Exactly.
there you go.
Is it to tell a larger story that will connect the dots later? Is it to are we going to find something? Is there a secret there that we haven't uncovered because the secret finders are bad at their job? Like, I don't understand
There
the
was no
purpose.
secret because he missed raid.
Oh, burn.
Well, he's
I
also
love you.
missing this week's raid, too.
At
least he told me ahead of time. He has to
Oh.
work. And I was like, by the way, let your roommate know he's not off the hook just because you're not going to raid. I expect to see him. Okay, thanks.
But you know, that was my point. Was I mean, unless you're,
A horde, you don't really know.
yeah, I mean, there's a small hint of it from the alliance from the Loa God,
Well,
but
perhaps that's by design, right? Like, perhaps
that's
there's
a bad
purpose.
design, though.
Well, I don't know what Horde's going to go through their side in another raid where maybe they're not privy to stuff we are.
Like going through the war campaign, I thought they were going to be able to get away from this, where it's a one-sided raid, where in ICC everything was conjoined, or Dragon Soul it all made sense. But now it's like the Horde is the focal point for this one. Which, I mean, favoritism is obviously on the Horde. Anyways,
But I think like that's probably by design because I'm sure we're not the only people to ask this question, and I
oh,
would,
that's a big hot topic at the moment.
I would venture to say that Blizzard does a rhyme and reason, and I'm sure maybe whatever's happening next is going to be things that only we know, that the Horde doesn't really have that privy perspective.
And there's no like ending point. It's like, oh, he's dead. Okay, what about all the blood trolls? What about Zool?
That's
Like
why
Zool disappears. It's like, oh, okay.
That's why there's not many alliance guilds declared on Mythic yet. They don't know we're
That's
supposed
right.
to go there. They
Valid.
don't know we're supposed to go there yet.
That makes
So Zool is the blood god?
no. Zool is the dark prophet, which serves Gahoon because he's an idiot.
So
He can see the future, but obviously,
killing Zool wouldn't mean the blood trolls would disappear.
I'm not talking about them disappearing. I'm just saying like we don't know anything that's going on with them because they're still amassing force.
Yeah, they're at the fucking brothel getting laid because they just been through battle. Like, they're prepping. They know what they're doing.
Troll brothel.
Their caste system is the patriarchy. I don't think that they're gonna have brothels. Well, maybe brothels and men.
What?
The women lead in the Blood Troll tribes.
The women lead?
Yeah,
What does that have to do with the brothel?
because they'd be like, "Oh, it's demeaning to women." No,
It isn't
brothels.
demeaning to women. It's a fucking smart business. And if I wasn't a developer and in the
They
position
fill it
I'm
with
in,
men.
I would be in Vegas right now setting up shop right next to fucking Heidi. No joke.
I mean, I prefer chicken broth, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, you guys think I bullshit you. I'm not kidding you. When my children are in college, when all of them are in college, me and my husband are packing it up. He has no idea, by the way. We are packing it up, and we are driving wherever it's legal, if it's only in Vegas at this point still. I would hope we as a society have evolved since then, where we could find a way to monetize this so that we can make money legally. But it's going to happen.
I have to clarify, she was talking about this last night. She has been thinking about this. This isn't just a stunt for the show.
People think I joke when I say that, and I'm just trying to be funny, but I don't think, I think they underestimate. And I think we live in a world where, guys, if I want to sell my body, which I don't, let's just be clear, I just want to sell other people's, of legal age, just so we're clear again, of their own consent, just so we're clear again, like, I want this to be, like, I want it to be a very well-run and respectable establishment with maybe some dark doors for the dark parts of the world that I don't really care to see in the worlds of the, you know. But
what would we name it?
It'd be called The Whispering Eye, just so we're clear. But my costume for DitchCon is...
A Whispering Eye?
No, it's not the Whispering Eye. It is... It's not the Whispering Eye, but it is... I am Belle the Pirate Madam.
Sorry.
Belle the Pirate Madam. That is what I'm doing. That's who I am. I gotta stuff myself into a lot of tiny clothing. We did a trial run, and it's okay. Stuff is very well put in place, but if I eat, like... a cookie before I fit into all the things, like, shit's gonna explode out the sides. But yeah, it is gonna be like, but yes, I feel like I'm okay with not knowing, because we got a lot of story going through the Kultira stuff as players. We got a lot of emotional story through there. I accidentally fucking seen the spoiler. Taryn posted a thing, and I clicked on it because I was like, well, Taryn wouldn't post a spoiler. He even said it was a spoiler. He specifically said, like, this is a spoiler.
That's your own damn fault at this point.
Pretty much.
Like, I thought maybe it was something old. I didn't realize what I was watching, and then I was like, oh shit. I'm not going to talk about what that was until it's, you know, I don't...
Snape kills Dumbledore!
It was pretty great, but... I think I'm okay with there being some things that don't make sense to me, because I feel like there's a larger story in the background at play. Honestly. But I do need I need them to figure out how they're going to reintroduce story that we're missing from Legion. Because there's still some things that are bothering me that we're missing that we don't have. Right?
Yeah, no,
I don't even want to click that link. I'm not clicking that link.
That's for Murky.
Yeah.
All it says is clitoris, guys. I'm not clicking the fucking link. I'm not clicking the link.
It's the Whispering Eye costume.
I have one. I know what it looks like. Not everybody's looks the same, but I'm not clicking the link. I learned that already with T.O. Not doing it. You can't click links everybody sends you, guys, because shit's fucked up. Although I did click a link that I thought was a good link. I thought it was a clean link because it was from an unexpected source. And boy, was I sorry. I was really sorry about that. It kind of hurt.
Dick pic.
So, Mother is a creation. Like, she's a construct like Talik is, right? Mm-hmm. Who created her? Is there something she was mirrored after? Oftentimes when we are creators, we create that in our own image.
Her model isn't similar to other maidens or other Titan constructs of that, like, feminine structure. But
feminism is burning your bra and hating men on the internet.
And not shaving your legs.
Right.
But
which sounds like a great idea in theory, but it only hurts you guys.
Yeah, she's not really built after anyone. It's more specifically for this caretaker position kind of thing.
So who built her?
The Titans.
I know this. But that's like saying the Beatles.
Have you ever
like,
seen Remember the Titans, Belle?
It's actually a really good movie.
It
It actually is a really good movie, and it makes me cry. I'm not gonna lie. But who? So we don't. Do we? Is there like somewhere written on their body, like a signature of who built them? Or are they not
Such a
vague?
vague signature.
I mean, it's just built. If I had to assume or guess based on the Pantheon, I would say Norganon because he is like the brainsy guy. So
And Sargeras is now using these constructs against us, right? Is that?
well, he can corrupt them, yeah. Like we saw in Tumor Sargeras and all that good stuff. So, That's the thing. Anything can be corrupted by the Fel, the Void, the Light.
Or the money.
Or the what?
Or the money.
Or that's true. Yeah, you got those goblins, greedy little bitches.
You get that raid team. Sorry.
Dang,
Right.
that was good shade
You
though.
right.
Dang, that shade was
right.
amazing. Yeah, I think interesting.
Yeah.
It's food for thought. Actually, it makes me wanna.
I thought we were just under the impression Gahun was just kind of infecting everything and turning it against us since it's him seeping out in the raid.
I mean, yeah, Fetid and Vectis and Zekvaz, it's all
But-
tied together. But on the same note, Mithrax is a minion of who? Anyone? Bueller? Bueller? The Magna Carta.
SpongeBob.
Darren DePaul, what's his name? I'm spacing on it right now. Thanks, guys. The fish.
Darren Paul.
The fish.
The fish. Darren DePaul voiced
The
the old
Ginyu?
god in the... Oh, no. Darren DePaul voiced the
What?
old god in the
Oh.
video Fish and Azara, but I forgot the old god's name now.
It
Nazar.
rhymes with it rhymes with Schmiloth.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nazar.
Elganoth. We got that joke there. It took a while, but we got there. That was planned. Elganoth, back in Emerald Nightmare.
That's one of my favorite bosses, by the way.
It's not one of my favorite bosses because the eye creeps me out.
Oh no, so not because of the mechanics, because
The
his
whispering.
whispers are.
No, that's what creeps me
Coming-
out.
You don't like to hear whispers.
Not any more
nothing?
than I liked when you went into that phase and shit was whispering at you when you were in Siege of Orgrimmar and like,
Hey guys.
oh god,
This
that's
is
just
not
terrible.
ASMR.
Nobody wants that kind of thing. Like, it's just not socially acceptable. Just so we're clear.
What was really iconic about that fight was just the things. Keep whispering. Go for it.
No, I'm doing the.
Oh, okay. I can get a boner on show because I can't see nothing. So, keep going. So what was really cool about Il'gynoth is the whispers made this fight like really lore heavy because these are all quotes of things that were going to happen and are still upcoming. Because we still track back to these quotes that he was whispering in that fight to current events right now. EFA. So, no, it was just a really good fight, and people who haven't seen it should go do it.
Just for the
I
whispers. Giggity.
Yeah. If you like story.
really want to fast forward to the end. Just because I've never been this interested in story in general. Like, obviously I like the story, but I've never been so interested that I found myself seeking theories and answers on my own. I normally just look to other people to provide those to get my brain thinking, but I haven't been this... Well, and I was relatively so in Legion as well.
You know, the past year you've been like, oh hey, I noticed this, or hey, did you know about this?
It's
And I was like,
compelling,
wow.
to say the least.
It's just
Whoa.
really disheartening because after the raid, you hit a wall, no story.
Well, but I think that's okay. I don't think every raid has to have a serious cinematic ending.
No,
Raid-
it isn't. I'm not. No. I'm not talking about something serious or something cinematic or something like, hey, good job, guys. Here's what happens now. It's more of just like, we killed him. What the fuck happens in like this second? Like, I know that 8.1 is technically going to be like what, like a week or month or so after the closing of Uldir, or however they want to do that timeline.
I think we're doing.
But
I think
they need to be like, hey, this is the after effects of, or this is what we're gonna do now, or
maybe that's how the
something.
Maybe that's how the horde story part of the raid happens. Is they get raided by the blood trolls because they have no god now.
Something. God.
Kind of like the Lich King to the Scourge without Gahoon. Maybe they just kind of scamper off and fuck shit up. I don't know. Who knows? Blizzard. That's it.
Theories. I want to hear your guys' theories. Make sure you comment and let me know what you think. Let us know what you think. Send an email. Whatever.
We're not a speculation podcast.
So you can speculate these.
Wow, guys. Also, I wanted to give a shout out. Hold on, let me pull it up here because I'm going to forget. Because we're
here. Right
before we
now.
do the Can You Nots, I want to make sure we do some nice stuff. Well, actually, there's more things that I wanted to talk about real quick. But let me find this. So I noticed we had a nice little review on iTunes, which I kind of stopped looking at that altogether for no particular reason, just because time. But I'm going to read it to you guys. Hold on. I got to learn how to adult, guys. It's going to be okay.
Is it going to make me cry?
I don't think so. I mean, unless you're a sissy, I might. Hold on, let's see.
Yeah. Go
I
on.
should have taken a screenshot. I usually do. So this was September 27th, guys. I apologize. I didn't see this. It's from Arc Lawless Gaming. Arc Lawless.
Sounds
been in the chat before, I think.
Well, and I believe we mutually follow each other on Twitter. Correct me if I'm wrong, Arc. This is a fantastic crew. I've been listening for a long time, and they are a great group. The best of all, they are real. You don't feel like you're listening to a tightly scripted, uptight newscast. They cut up, sidetrack, squirrel, call each other out, and generally deliver World of Warcraft news in a fun way. I love listening to this podcast. It feels more like listening to your in-game guild chat than a boring show. If you ever want to interact with one of these podcasts, make sure you check them out. And then he shouted us out. So I appreciate that. Thank you. There's also an email. I know I missed it. Not because I'm a bad person, but I feel like there was an email I was supposed to respond to and I didn't. To be fair, my email is insane right now. If a gajillion emails for all the various things, for all the various BlizzCon plans. So if I missed an email, I'm just going to look real quick. But to that end, let's also do some shout outs for the backers. I think I'm going to do like, how many weeks till BlizzCon?
2.
1.5.
Why?
Just kidding. It's 2 full.
Okay, so here are some, I'm not going to list what anybody backed because that's just rude. Each, whether it was 50 cents or...
Wow, thanks, Secret Sauce, for that $1.
Yeah, thanks for the $1. So we
We're gonna
have...
read these from cheapest to most expensive.
Here's some backers that I wanted to say thanks to. Velitrius, Eeg, a.k.a. another George, because I have 2 Georges in my life. Actually, I have 3. Kimberly Tran, Homebrew. They're listed as guests, but the email says Homebrew. Don't know who you are, but I appreciate you. Jesse Taylor, Adam Tyler. He's a buddy from BlizzCon 2018 admin group. Saxamillion.
Damn.
Giggity, giggity, goo.
Gave us $1 million.
Natalie Nolan, she's actually backed all 3 years in a row. This is her 3rd year backing. I appreciate you.
Hell yeah.
Seraphita, Zachary Miller. Zachary Miller and Seraphita both actually have backed. I think Zachary Miller has backed every time. Drew, my main man Drew. That's my dude. Lita. Heather, a.k.a. Zia. She is co-organizer of Calm Before the Storm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Our good buddy Malk, the horsehead herself. The random dancing horsehead at DitchCon. Malk. Rob Carome. I think I said it right. Rob, if I mispronounced, I'm sorry.
Kareem Carome. Yeah, okay.
Peter Hoffman. Blair Dunlap.
I knew you. These people better shake our hands over there.
Wait, Dunlap? Or
Dunlip?
Under Mifflin?
I don't know. I copied this, so I don't know that I translated all the names correctly.
By the way, sorry, not sorry for her butchering your names.
I know, I'm sorry, guys. It just matter that I love you. It shouldn't matter how I pronounce your name. Megan, this is her 4th.
So every time.
Yeah, I
How would
believe
it be the 4th?
I don't know why I said 4th. I believe I recognize at least from last year. I don't know about 2016, but Jesse Babcock, he has I love his name. He has backed every year. Barbara Astley.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
Barbara's
Never
amazing.
Run around and ruin this.
Desert
thing.
you.
Our very own Candy. She backed.
Aw.
Hey, Candy, you're so fine. You're so funny.
Josephine and Bradley. Bradley backed but gave all his rewards except for his brew pass to Josephine. And then Josephine backed separately, so she got all the items covered, I think, by the
Wow,
time.
she cleaned house. You
Yeah,
suck.
and she's.
You got cleaned out.
I think she's in Australia. I know I sent it I sent it on a boat somewhere.
Put another shrimp on the Barbie. That's what they say there.
You insensitive bastard. We're being sweet.
Guys, I'm going to pronounce this name wrong. Tejas? There's a J, so I'm assuming the J is silent.
Tejas.
Tejas, maybe?
San
Padilla?
Diegans.
Padilla. If I said it wrong, I'm sorry, but I love you. Greg Sayo. I should have practiced these before the show. Wendy. And
You're good. You're good. You're better names though, so that's weird.
James Bacon. James Bacon is backed every single year. Shabi,
I like Bacon.
aka Randy, she's backed. I don't know if she backed last year, but that's okay.
Don't want to make you Randy.
My Angie backed, of course. She's our resident Twitter expert. She keeps me in line and makes me a better human. And Jonathan
Makes
Bloom,
you
who
awesome,
is
man.
also, you guys might know him as Fraz. He is a fellow podcaster.
Oh, Frasley, yeah.
And Hero, aka Ewok.
AKA little bitch that turns us into
Jessica,
turkey.
aka Kira. I want you to know that I didn't put the AKAs on this paper, which means I know people's names and their other names because that's the kind of person I am.
We care somewhat.
We do. Our good old friend Johanna. She
What
is.
does AKA even mean?
Johanna backs every year. I love her dearly. Catherine Toth. Sassy Belle. I love Sassy Belle. She's the nicer version of the Bells.
Isn't that ironic though? She's Sassy Belle.
Yeah, but she's the nicer.
She's nice.
Because I mean, you're sassy times 10,
No, I'm bitch times 20.
but you're still sassy.
I mean,
Hey, you're the nicer one. You let her live. She's got your name.
she might have had the name before me. I'm not really sure.
Thank you, Sassy Belle.
Yeah, thank you.
She might have had the name before me. Michael Halperin.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, I don't know who you
Grand
are.
Nagus. Grand Nagus is a fellow podcaster. I know he does Corpse Run Radio, and there's another one. Memory escapes me because I'm old, and I apologize for that. Yenna. Thank you, Yenna, for backing.
Thank you.
Ex-Parasite, also my main man, Stephen Lynch.
Let's go. Give it to you. Oh,
Stephen
yeah,
Lynch.
I love Stephen.
He is a supporter. I don't know that he watches the show, but you don't have to. He's my friend, and he supports, and that matters to me, and it's important to me. Nova, we love Nova.
Oh,
We're finally gonna get to meet her in person. Her and the husband and 2 other friends are going, so we're gonna get to actually see her. She's going to DitchCon. It's gonna be really nice. Nova's awesome. We have some guy named Julio.
Julio?
So it's funny. His name is
Julio.
Julio in my phone. So when I Snapchat him, it just says Jew. Because Snapchat in the messages, it just takes what it assumes is the first name because I have it spaced. So I sent him a Snapchat screenshot of like it just saying Jew because I thought it was kind of funny. That's not meant to offend anybody. So if anybody's offended that I said that word, fuck off because it's not what it's meant to do is offend. Kane, which Kane is Australian. Dudmeister.
No, he's a wrestler. What the fuck?
Dudmeister. I don't remember which.
Dud. Oh, yeah, I remember him.
Dud. It was his first BlizzCon was last year, guys. I'm almost done.
Isn't it Dud Muster?
Oh, it might be. Sorry. Zoharet. I really like saying Zoharet's name. I know Zoharet, and I know that I feel like I remember
Zoharet.
seeing Zoharet, but I really, really like the name Zoharet, so I'm just going to keep saying Zoharet.
Is that like that female version of Zohan?
No.
What was that name again?
Zoharet.
Zoharet.
I think I'm saying it right. I think it's the only name I know how to pronounce correctly because I
Watch,
love that
we're
name.
completely wrong.
I prefer the Undertaker, by the way, since you mentioned
Michael Bratton, Donna Young. We love Donna. I love Michael. Epic Insanity, aka The Beard. He's from Frozen Nerds. Amanda
With
Bishop, she's
onesie.
backed every single time. She's a huge advocator. She also, I believe she does some things on Reddit with the BlizzCon group. Bill Harvey. Erica, she's one of my favorite people in all of the land. She backs every year. Love her. Stone from WoW Challenges. You knew he was going to support because that's our dude. Like, that's our people.
Don't we
Matt
threaten
Johnson,
him?
a.k.a. Cash. Sal. Sal, I can't say your last name, but you know I love you, dude. Like,
What is it?
Anciad.
I don't know.
Michael Fromont, he's backed every year. I love you, Michael. He knows he's my favorite. And then we've got good old Frankie, and it's really funny because you're going to laugh. Obviously, his name is also Gats. Whenever I say Frankie's going to do this for us at BlizzCon, the boys are like, who the fuck is Frankie? And I'm like, guys, it's Gats. Oh!
Oh.
It's kind of funny. Christopher Frahaho. That's your people.
Christopher
Frijoles.
That's your
Frito-Lay.
people. That's your people. Christopher Frajaho.
I'll throw a heart at him.
I know you, I think, question mark, but I love that you support. Gabe and Lena.
I know those people.
They're a couple. They both backed, and they're amazing. I love both of them. Probably
cool.
Lena more than Gabe if I had to pick a struggle. It would.
I think that's a sexist thing because I prefer Gabe.
Shandon.
There's my boyfriend.
Shandon, he backed, although I'm holding his backer rewards hostage. They're right behind me, in fact.
I'm going to
and
pick
then-
them up and wear them, remember? I'm going to come over, grab some stuff.
Then my buddy Elkie.
Aw.
Oh, yeah,
So-
she's cool people.
Yeah, I love all of them. So, guys, now I've fulfilled my obligations, and now you guys know. Thank
Wait,
you
was
for...
that all of them?
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna okay.
These people made the dream happen.
Yeah, I just
Fucking
decided
round
to
of
do...
applause for those people.
I decided to do all of them. There's some more backers that I'm missing, but they didn't fill out a survey or they didn't say anything. So actually, no, this is not all of them. This is just the ones that filled out the survey. I will do the rest of them next episode.
Well,
That
I
was-
take that clap back. That was a waste.
Yeah, that was 65 of them I am missing.
Only half a round of supplies.
I'm missing people, so I don't want to...
You'll get the other half later.
That's not the other half. I think there were 72 backers total, and I just did 65. So I'm missing like 7. If I did the math, I don't even know math. I don't know math.
Well,
Okay,
if you
so I want to do
No.
2 things real quick, and then I want to talk about one thing real quick, and then we're gonna go into the can you nots, guys. It's very, very important that when we're dealing with things on the internet, when it comes to our content creators and the stuff that's being put out there and the videos that we're watching, it's really important that when you're watching videos from content creators that are doing a breakdown of why X is broken, or a breakdown of how Blizzard can do it better, or a breakdown of why X and Y sucks. If you're watching these videos because you feel, right? Normally it's because we feel that same type of way. It's really important that we do not get ourselves into a circle of hate when it comes to our gaming, and here's why. So there's something called poisoning the well. You could feel some type of way about something, but it not be so frustrating that you say fuck it and unsub, right? Like, we could be honest about that. We could feel some type of way and we just trudge through and we keep on going. Then what happens is
Life's a garden. Take it.
creators that are given the keys to the kingdom, essentially, by the very game company that they shit talk 24 hours a fucking day publicly on Twitter, literally 24 hours a day publicly on Twitter, and the same game company continues to suck their fucking ass. Why? I don't know. I mentioned them not affording 2-ply toilet paper one time, and all of a sudden, I'm a pariah. But here's the thing. It's really
it has to
important
be
that when you
2-ply,
guys are
so,
watching these videos and you're watching these breakdowns and you're watching what oftentimes, guys, is logical. I'm not saying they're not correct. I'm not saying that they're not true. I'm not saying, and this isn't even an insult to them. It's just to say that sometimes in this poisoning well that happens, this starts to change what might have been a minor irritation, or maybe something that you're just waiting for them to fix or whatever. It starts to breed a certain amount of internal bitterness to you, and then that's when you get in that fuck it mode. It's really, really important that we are just careful about keeping our priorities in line. I don't know that there is a thing that would ever make me unsub from World of Warcraft. I have suffered nerf after nerf through it almost being pointless for me to log in because...
I mean, if they close the servers, I don't think I'd be subbed anymore.
But I'm saying, like, I want people to be very careful because I'm seeing a lot of really negative things on Twitter. Some of them are fact, and some of them are true, and some of them I understand where people are coming from. But what's happening is when you're giving all this negative stuff, you have to give some good stuff in there, right? First you have to be sour, then you have to be sweet. There has to be a good balance there. Otherwise, we're pushing people out of the game that makes us able to do what we do. Literally. It's our responsibility to educate, right? Correctly educate. We don't want to sugarcoat. We don't want to lie. But I'm seeing so many of these creators just nothing but shit posting 24 hours a day. Shit posting, shit posting, shit posting.
What I find crazy about that, to interject really quick, is there are negatives to every expansion, but this has been the most I've been excited still about an expansion since Kata. Because Kata, the minute the honeymoon phase ended, I was like, I hate my life.
Screw you, Titan Forge lottery.
Even then, it was still an enjoyable expansion later on. So, I mean, for them to be continuously negative, because I see it too on Twitter, on the forums, on everything. And if I wasn't, like, knowledgeable on everything on my own, then, yeah, I'd be kind of like, why is this person who is up on the food chain, why is this person saying only negative things?
Then you begin to believe that if you aren't as knowledgeable, or if you if you don't put the amount of time in that most of us do, because we're the masters of our own destiny, we're going to research why is X bad, or why is this complaint. Those that aren't, they begin to take that into their own mentality unbeknownst to them. They don't even realize that that's happening. It's like when you have a group of friends and you're always like, you hate this one person. The other friends are cool, but after enough time of hearing the same criticism about said person, you yourself will start to find that those things about that person that you once loved irritated you.
No, I still like Murky.
Yeah. Right. And we still love you, and you guys still love me.
Exactly, because you guys talk shit all the time. So.
But I just, the problem is I get shared this stuff too a lot. And I get shared, hey, make sure you watch this video. They did a really good breakdown. This happened to me 9 times this week.
By the way.
9 separate times this week. 9. I was shared privately. I was shared a video and said, oh, you should watch this person, this person, this person. I don't dislike that. I like that people do that. It's good for me because if I don't get to see it. But not one item that was shared to me was good. Not one item. Whatsoever. There wasn't any positivity in any of that. It was
just all bash.
It was just all bashing. I'm not saying they're not right.
I mean, like I said, they're not wrong, but you have to say... I mean, again, I'm still thoroughly enjoying this expansion, so, like, why do you think they're continuously bashing it? Like, do you think they're just done with the game then, or...
I think it's... So,
or just controversy.
Anything on a high level, too, you got to understand, like, anything on a high level is going to already undertake a fair amount of criticism. Like, there's, for example, Sidu. He's posted very, very irritating things. Like, he's mad as fuck about some things, but at the same time, I see him post great things. Like, in between his very angry posts about, I guess with PvP scaling currently, players are keeping lower gear on themselves so that they don't take as much damage, and, like, the scaling thing works a little wonky, and I think the devs are going to need to address that. But then a couple hours later, there was a great post about something that he was having fun doing in game.
Yeah, Hero brought up a good point where I was thinking in chat is like they saw something in the metrics and they're like, oh yeah, they like controversy like this.
I just think it's important. I think it's important that not every content creator that is saying this is why Blizzard does this and this is why Blizzard does this is right. Not every content creator is correct. And even if the vast majority of them all think the same thing, it doesn't make them any fucking righter. It just means that there's a lot of fucking lemmings in the pond. That's all that means. It doesn't mean anybody's right, because really nobody knows. Nobody will ever know. Like, who's ever gonna know? Who's ever gonna know? I watched a video yesterday that was like the downfall of BFA. Get the fuck out of here. What do you mean the downfall of BFA? To my knowledge, the numbers...
You replace BFA with any expansion, and that's every content creator ever.
To my knowledge, BFA is the best it's been as far as expansions go, outside of... What did the report say that we got for last quarter? Lich King release? Question mark?
Oh, yeah. The numbers, yeah.
Why are my servers full if BFA is going down in flames? If World of Warcraft's at an end, which they say every expansion, by the way. Every expansion I've been told, why do I podcast for a dying game? I don't know. Why are you fucking ugly and how are you married? That's my question, right? Like, how did you even get...
Controversy brings the viewers. As Rem said, it's...
But the controversy's great, guys, because I have opinions. I have things that make me angry. But it's so much negative, and it bothers me.
Like when coffee grinds are left in the coffee machine.
I just think it's important.
There's lint in the lint trap in the dryer.
I just want to remind people that when we get stuck in this mode where we're feeling because something is affecting us greatly, stuff's a little clunky right now. The gear's kind of weird because they're giving away large amounts of other gear for free, and the gear you need, you're kind of struggling to get. Like, there's some issues that are with every expansion, guys. This is...
The first tier is the roughest of every...
It's really gonna be okay. Like, it's gonna be fine. I just need everybody to clam the fuck down, have a beer, slap someone. Like, I'm not gonna judge what people like to do or don't do. I mean, everybody needs a good slap. But I encourage you guys to research. I encourage you guys to research. Research. Stop taking the word of other people as God. Be smart about it.
Right there.
Play for yourself. If you feel it yourself, that's great. Because there are things, like I said, I've watched videos. Bellular did a really good... He did a really good thing about pointing out some things that were frustrating. And yes, Solf, you are right. These are high level... When I say high level, these are people who do things more than other people. Because when I say high level, not all the intelligence is up here. You get what I'm saying? Like, sometimes they're not smart. They just surround themselves with people who are, and they feel like they're smarter, but it doesn't...
Are you describing yourself right now?
No. I'm just saying, like, some of these guys, when you talk to them in person, they're fucking morons, right? And you're like, how? I don't understand how you are any kind of thought anywhere. But yes, it is a difference there as well. When you're at a different level, everything is frustrating to you because that's your bread and butter is this video game that you shit talk 24 fucking 7.
I mean, they're not as frustrated as their sex life though, so I mean.
Bread and butter is the very video game that you shit talk 24 fucking 7. So I just feel like I really am trying to avoid saying like actual things because I have a viewer who watches the show and goes and tells on me like it's a big secret. We're going to talk about that in a second. But like without getting into huge specifics, there are some things I'm frustrated with recently that have, because it's been like relentless. It's been my whole feed filled with.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like forums, Twitter, it's ridiculous.
Be thoughtful. Give good suggestions. We've talked about taking the stuff to the forums, being mindful. Nobody's listening to the person that's screaming. Nobody's listening.
Well, on that note, too, I mean, I'm still meeting new players that are joining the game like a week ago. Like, it's still growing.
But WoW's dying, yet my server's so overcrowded I can't make money in any of my professions at the moment because my server's so overcrowded.
I mean, we're a low server and you can still make money on it.
I see ass, lips, and elbows everywhere I go on my server.
Weird.
I want to see some
what server are you on?
Like, I'm just saying, the game...
We're going to Moon Guard, boys.
The game isn't really dying because I still get fucking ganked when I'm in war mode. Like...
Yeah, you're right.
I think it's not dying. I think we could safely say that no matter how many Armageddon folks there are in the internet that are like, this is WoW's undoing. Listen... Blizzard's undoing is going to be a fucking typo on a post by a community manager. It's not going to be for a game that they create, just so we're clear. Because that's just a stupid, dumb. So I just wanted to have a conversation about that because, yes, we can be negative, and yes, we can have opinions, and yes, that's okay. but it hurts my feelings to see so many people I've had people I see retweet it and say, yeah, I feel this, and I know they haven't fucking played in a month. What do you feel, my dude? You ain't played shit.
Stop it, Jim.
Oh my god, yes! Yes, that's true. He's so angry about WoW, and he doesn't even have an active sub. He hasn't had an active sub since the end of the expansion.
It's been a year.
You are so right. Ugh.
Fucking hipster. Get out of here.
We said it.
Yeah, Strama does sell. Don't feed into that kind of stuff, guys. Just don't.
Sex sells, Gwen.
Don't feed into that. Just educate yourselves. Be okay with the people that are honest and tell you shit sucks, but there's some good stuff in there too.
Boom.
Okay, so that was actually really hysterical. I hope somebody clips that and tweets it to Jim. Okay, so I'm gonna let Rem do. I'm gonna do my Can You Not, because my Can You Not's very special. So if you're still with me as we're winding down the show, you do not want to miss my Can You Not, because it's good. But I'm looking at the other two, and it looks like I might have some competition. Rem, what is your Can You Not?
So yeah, as you started talking about that, I was like, this is what my Can You Not is, because the forums, Twitter, everyone is like, oh, why isn't WoW releasing the sub numbers? Why aren't they releasing the sub numbers? I need to see the sub numbers so I can feel, what is it, the reason or the rhyme to why I want to or not play. Because if there's 1 million people playing, or if there's one person playing, it doesn't fucking matter. If you enjoy the game, play the game. If you don't enjoy the game, fucking leave, because I don't want you here. But poisoning the well. But no, 1, they don't release the sub numbers, because 2, we don't need to know. 3, because shut up about asking the sub numbers. Because 1, I mean, it's cool to know, but at the same time, I'm perfectly fine in my guild and my server. It's a low end server, and we're still having a good time killing stuff, mythic pluses.
Low pop, not low end. Like, we are okay.
Okay, I'm
We're
sorry,
not...
low pop.
You keep calling us low end, and it's hurting my feelings.
But on that note, like, just shut the fuck up. You do you, boo-boo. I can't yell right now, sorry.
Yell anyway.
Is your wife gonna hear?
I'll give you $25 if you yell right now.
Is your wife? I know, I tried to do that to Julio. I was trying to get him in trouble with his wife. I will give you $25 in a pork chop that I'm cooking tomorrow if you yell.
Proof.
I don't have a
Bet.
pork. I got a box of donuts I had to tape together because I broke the box.
I don't want your basic bitch donuts.
First of all, they're Entenmann's, and it was buy one, get one free. So...
Okay, the chocolate ones are fine, not your pumpkin.
Chocolate-covered pumpkin.
God.
Okay, so bet 25 in the pork chop then?
I don't want to give you $25. And I'm a woman of my word, so to revisit that, also, I don't want you to have to show up on my doorstep with all of your belongings.
I don't have to...
Because I got you kicked out. Because I got you kicked out of your place to live. Although that'd be quite hysterical. That as a fortune teller who's predicted that very thing will come to fruition sometime before the end of 2019, I would love to make that happen officially, but I'd rather it happen in its own organic fashion. Yeah. But I agree with you. I think I don't really care with the sub numbers. People always ask, like, how many people are on your server? I don't fucking know. What do I care?
Like, unless I'm the only person on that server, then I might have a problem. But we really do not need to know the sub numbers. The only thing, like in Wrath, the only thing that they did that is because it's a selling point. It sells. But
tons of sub numbers don't increase my quality of life in gaming.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me. I don't care what everybody else is doing. I don't even like half the people that are playing. Hello?
I mean, if you want to know how active the game is, look at Raider.io. See all the guilds killing shit.
Raider.io, the new form of disappointment and rejection. No, it's not just like, FetLife anymore.
So if you go to Warcraft logs, if you go to Raider.io, if you go to WoW Progress, you can see it's plenty active. I mean, it's scary because there's a lot of other MMOs that are currently dying at the moment because poor planning. But WoW's not going anywhere for a long while.
And I also want to point out that obviously, I work for Method, so I have a different view. But I'm sure you guys have seen the 2 heavy hitter sponsors Method got. MSI is no fucking small potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
For For the record, I didn't get hooked up with any of that, and it's okay. I don't need any of that stuff. I don't really particularly. I don't really fancy.
Sons of bitches.
I don't fancy MSI stuff in general. I have my own stuff that I fancy as far as brand, but it's not terrible. It's stuff. But I want you guys to know that Method didn't get that because of their Fortnite team or because of their Heroes of the Storm team or their Rocket League team or their Street Fighter team. They got that because of World of Warcraft. 150 fucking %.
Well, I mean, the Mythic race was like the most hyped up the WoW channel's been in a long while.
So and I think that was a very smart statement, Rem, that it isn't for us to give a shit how many subs there is. Who cares? That's like the people who, when you follow someone on Twitter and you've interacted with them, I'm not saying like if you get a random follow, sometimes I don't follow back until you've interacted with me or I've seen that there's been an interaction anywhere there because I might think that you're a Twitter bot, and I do. Usually I'll randomly follow like a week later because that said person who followed me will have interacted with me on Twitter. But it's like the people, when I followed people, because, you follow people to interact with them, and I interact with them a fair amount, and they didn't follow back. But then as I started to gain some traction with the things that I was doing in the community, not like I'm important, guys, because I'm not very much not important. I am famous in Japan, and that's only because they don't speak English. So, like...
actually,
I'm just saying, like, they don't...
English, so.
They don't know better than to like me, right? But I started getting...
Oh, you Ethan Hawke!
It's like when you get in this mode where it isn't until you start gaining a certain amount of followers that people start following you back. And that hurts my feelings. Don't follow me when you see me at 2,500 followers when I followed you when I had 150 and I wasn't important enough, or whatever the case may be. I'm not trying to judge anybody for following or not following. I'm just saying, like, it's that same mentality. Nobody is more valuable because they have more followers or because they have more subs, or the quality of their content isn't based off how many people are subbing unless they don't have money to build the content because they don't have subs, right? Like that. I think we can agree.
One new follower. No.
I think we can agree that that's not the case. So
wait, were you not following her?
I agree.
I don't want to talk about this.
He wasn't following.
I'm kidding. I was.
That's terrible.
Liar.
I was following. It was for.
If you are anybody that's listening on iTunes or watching this later, if you are somebody who's followed me and I haven't followed you back, it is probably because I think you're a bot. So, if you
when you have like 100 followers or 100 following and like one follower, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, so you just have to, or if they don't have anything World of Warcraft related anywhere on their Twitter that gives some indication that.
Well, there's one he posts a lot, but I see it on Twitter where it's like nothing about WoW. It's like he's a husband, a dad, and something other. I'm like, I'm confused. Why are you following me?
Maybe he is a. Never mind. I was going to offend a religious section. Merc?
Mormon?
Sex bots on Twitter.
No, sex bots are really a thing.
They are. No,
they are. Oh.
You think they're sex bots too? There you go.
They're gonna put a damper on my brothel situation, so I have to nip that shit in the bud. We might have to fucking Terminator this shit and blow up Skynet to avoid that. I want everybody to be aware. Okay, be aware. Merc,
we'll start reporting them all one by one.
What's your week in WoW, Merc?
But wait,
can you not?
I mean, your can you not? Sorry.
What's your week of can you not?
What's my week of can you not? It's all this forum shit.
It really grinds my gears.
Man, I had a forum post can you not, but everybody's been ranting about can you nots here on the forums. I don't feel like I should go with that one. But it is 2018. Everybody has rights for everything. Why can I not transmog my goddamn wand, the only thing that drops out of Uldir, into a one-handed weapon of anything else? God damn, fuck. I'm tired of that ugly fucking dick knob wand. I'm tired of only being able to transmog into an artifact. Like, the fucking cast animation is the same thing with everything. We don't hold it. Why are there limitations to one-handers?
And it's weird.
As I'm waving my dick wand over here right now.
And guys, that's saying something because he likes dicks, right? So if he's like upset that he has one, in the form of a weapon, not.
I should have this right. Like they said back then, it was like animation limitations. Like, it's been a few years, fuckers. Do some shit.
I agree. I agree, because I have a wand that's like a fucking piece of wood with a crystal stuck to it, because it's the only one that even looked semi not retarded.
The only good wand. I have the. I used the star one for a while, but it gets a little obnoxious.
Oh, I can't unhear that Digna wand. Like,
Are you using the same wand I am, like transmog wise?
Full disclosure, really quick for you guys. They want a cool wand transmog. There are torches you can buy.
Yeah, but that torch is still a low model, and it gives me a light radius, but it's still low res quality. It looks like shit compared to this old deer gear.
Yeah,
looks so good.
I have to agree. I think it sucks.
Yes, and I'm using the same wand you are because it's the only cool high res wand that like exists.
And it's the only one that even remotely matches the visual, like the color scheme of my transmog. So
it doesn't even match my shit. It's just the only one that looks good because like Pandaria or Rainbow fucking butt plug wands look so ridiculous.
I heard that those were your favorites, so that's weird that you're protesting.
I want to use a goddamn sword.
It's weird that you're protesting when I know that you happen to be particularly a fan and collector and even, dare I say, purveyor of butt plugs.
I packed that shit hours ago. But yes, you were right.
That's why I'm not sharing a room with you, dirty little hamster.
But no, real talk. Like, why? Why can't I have these? Like, it was years ago. They're like, oh, we can't do that. There's no animations to casters. Like, do something. Get rid of animations completely. It's just there.
I agree. I'm a caster for life, so I agree.
We don't use anything for casting still anyway.
Right,
so
you don't. So like, why is it a limitation?
Because the new stance, like the priest is like this, the mage is all like in.
Right, but yeah, they don't hold a weapon, so why is there this limitation?
Yeah, all they do is jazz hands. They don't use the weapons.
Fuck you, I love jazz hands, fuck, can't even talk. And spirit fingers, because don't underestimate the power of spirit fingers and or jazz hands. And a good like, what is that, the thing they go, is that a plie? That almost hurt.
You French son of a bitch.
That was a really good Can You Not, I agree.
Oui.
I agree. I'm sure something's going to be done. I hope. I would really hope.
It's been a few years. I mean, all two-handers can beat any other two-hander. Come on now. Wand to one-handed sword. Wand to dagger. Like, throw us a bone here, because I don't want this boner one anymore.
That's...
Penis snub.
I tried to use every word I could before I got done. There we go.
Oh, did you get done with your penis snub one?
You didn't say wiener. That's like the only thing you didn't say. You didn't say the word wiener.
Inner wand sounds actually pretty good.
Yeah, you didn't say wiener.
Whatever.
Hold on. DitchCon stuff.
We got another packer!
Why is my watch so tiny?
That's what... Never mind. Why is my wand so tiny?
I want to preface my Can You Not with a few things here. I want to preface with a few things here.
Preface.
And the first one is, if you're here, whether you randomly saw us on Twitch, I can't imagine that we showed up in your Twitch feed if you've never seen us before, because we're not anybody important to be any kind of algorithms to be outputting these people are live. That's just not
algorithms. We're
not part of any of that. So if you're here, you've made a conscious decision to be here. Some of you have been here since the very beginning.
Either way, thank you.
Right. And I've always valued and loved the fact that we have a really tight community. And I value and love the fact that when I do a video for Method in collaboration with Wowhead, I respect that I see the difference in the audience there, right? Like when I do videos and they're posted for Method, it's very toxic, the comments, and I don't look at them at all. In fact, I didn't even look at the last video that was done, and I'm about to give another video to Jamie tomorrow, which is a really good one on professions. I don't even look at the comments, but I know that I can go to my channel, and I can, even if the comment upsets me, it's fine. So I appreciate the community that we've built here. Now, I knew a little while back that there had been an individual who seems to be attempting to stir the pot when it comes to things that are said on the show, right? So I have been purposefully saying things because sometimes you have to smoke this person out. I call it fishing.
Ooh,
Not
that's a bingo.
catfishing, Mr. Fix-It.
Trolling. The correct term is called trolling.
No, it's fishing. I'm legit throwing a line out there to see who bites.
Oh my God. No, trolling is fishing. When you cast your line, you're trolling the line. Oh my God, never mind.
I don't really know how to fish, though. I just said that as a metaphor. Euphemism. I don't know.
I mean, we'll go fishing someday. It's okay.
So.
Hi, YouTube.
My can you not?
Hi, YouTube.
You're gonna be on somebody's video.
I need you, whoever this is to whichever viewer, listener pulled this stunt last week. Can you not watch the show? And I know it was somebody who watched the show live. Listen to what I say. Go and run to a fellow podcaster like I told you a fucking secret, like I was whispering, like what I say wasn't already public on the internet. You go running and you tattletale into this thing where I wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning to a very frustrated individual who thought they did me wrong because said viewer, why the fuck are you even here? I don't know, goes and attempts to stoke some fire that doesn't exist. If you are that individual, I need you to listen to me very carefully. If you follow, if you sub, if you like, I need you to undo all of those things immediately. And I need you to pack up all your little follows and all your little subs, and I need you to take them somewhere fucking else. Because I don't want not a view, not a fuck you, not a hello, nothing. And let me tell you why I'm so angry. So I said things last episode, and I mentioned another fellow podcast who, by the way, there's no beef there, so the person who intended for the beef, nice fucking try. I don't say anything on the internet that I'm not prepared to answer for. So I knowingly, when I had that discussion last week, and it wasn't even a discussion, it was me taking my audience through the mind of me, right? I bring things personal because what else are you gonna do? So I said things about how I went through some emotions because I had an idea. Knowing I'm not the only one that has ideas, it felt like this idea was stolen from me. Who hasn't said that before in their life ever? Like, oh my God, you stole my idea. Like, who hasn't? It was taken, it was given to the other individual as if it was a secret. Guys, I said it live on the show. I didn't edit it out when I uploaded, and I could have. There's no secret there because it wasn't nefarious. It wasn't me bashing. I'm not in the business. I said that on the YouTube on a comment. I'm not in the business of bashing other podcasters. Not if you're a real podcaster. If you're a fake podcaster that's just a bunch of streamers thrown together trying to be a podcast, okay, I'm going to talk a little bit of shit sometimes. I don't appreciate that this individual felt like they had wronged me. They felt they had wronged me. And I'm like, there was no, like, it's not like I called you an asshole. I don't appreciate whoever that was. And I know it was somebody that watches live because I hadn't even posted the show.
Yeah, you sent me a message about that, like at 7 in the morning. I was like,
Angie
how is she
does,
alive?
Angie does the postings, and Angie does it at some, she's magic, right? She makes magic happen, so it just magically appears on Twitter. Whoa. I hadn't done any of that. So the fact that it was literally 7 o'clock in the morning, and I have a feeling that this individual, which her and I had a discussion, and guys, I take ownership for what I say. I don't say anything that I'm not prepared to answer for. And
that's very true.
Like, I knowingly knew I was going to talk about that on the show. I did it purposefully because this is the 4th or 5th time that this little incident has happened. So whoever you are, you don't have to tell me it was you. You don't have to say, I think it was this person. I don't give a fuck who it was. But I want you to take yourself, and I want you to unfollow, and I want you to unsub if you sub. I want you to undo any of those things, and I want you to not watch this show. I want you to stay away from me, my crew, and what we do, because you are not welcome in this very passionate and tight community. That's all I wanted to say for my Can You Not, and I don't feel bad for it. And if I offended you or hurt your feelings, or you're sitting there like, oh, is she talking to me? You'll know if I'm talking to you because you know what you did. I don't have to tell you. But that was absolutely ridiculous.
When should I pack my stuff up, though?
Absolutely ridiculous that was even a thing. So, and for the record, I didn't apologize for what I said. I apologized that it caused this person turmoil, that they thought they had wronged me and felt the need to defend themselves. I apologize for that. I don't apologize for saying someone stole my idea, because I take you through me from my perspective. And from my perspective, I was like, whoa, dude, you stole my idea. What the fuck? And I explained that. So I just want you guys to be aware that I apologized for the way that they felt, because that sucks that somebody felt that way. That they felt like, you know, I was angry at them. And this other individual doesn't know me well enough to know my humor, or like, you know, they don't know me well enough to know all these other things. So in summary, that's all I wanted to say about that.
That's
Also,
bad.
it isn't a secret if it's on the internet.
But they uncovered it, Belle.
They uncovered it through the magic internet.
We've been bamboozled.
Also, if you are the person who we had a conversation through Twitter, because I got to tell you that this other individual was very solid, because they did what I would have done, which is message
They were
direct.
Yeah.
And I respect the fuck out of that. Like 100%. Because if I thought somebody was talking shit about me, number one, it's your opinion. You can talk about me all you want to. But I'm going to be like, yo, like,
We got beef.
yeah, like, do I need to explain? Is there, like, you know, do we just continue to hate each other? Do we hash this out? Like, have I offended? Whatever. But I respect the fuck out of the fact that that person came to me directly, like, right away. And I am sure that was probably really hard. So, like, kudos. And I love those guys. I really do. And no, it wasn't the starting zone. I love Jason. I don't insult. I'm not in the business of bashing other hard workers. We're a small...
Keyword, hard workers, unlike something.
We're a small group, and we got to stick together, so I'm just not in that business. I was literally just on the starting zone, too, like, a couple months ago. I would never. I just don't... That's just not how I am. So, to the other podcast, I love you guys, both of you. You guys are awesome. But...
That's sure, though. Me and Rem, we're softies.
What?
My name's not Ryan.
I said Rem.
You said softies.
Oh, god damn it. All right, fuck it. We're done.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. As we're winding down, Rem, what did you do this week in World of Warcraft?
I played it.
You did? Me too.
Oh my god. No way.
I think that was
No. I honestly I didn't get a lot of game time in per se. I mostly did chores. I wanted to do mythics because it was.
What happens when you get married? You get chores, dude. Like, I tried to tell you, just say no, but here we are.
What did we say before the show? No more show. Wait, it doesn't happen here.
Yeah.
We did, Apple. We did, but you can rewatch it, so you're good.
Oh yeah.
So,
good.
what the specifics? What did you do?
You interrupted, so I was waiting. Are you done?
I was thirsty.
But I wanted to do a lot of, my intended list was to get a lot of mythics in this week because it's towards the end of the month, so I figured I would be able to do some stuff, but it turned into a bigger shit show at work. So that's a separate thing. But I wanted to do a lot of mythics because it wasn't a bad key. I mean, Sanguine sucks, but it wasn't a bad key fixes to get the mythics in. And no, most of it has been the monks, getting Belle's monk ready to heal, because you'll never hear this again, but she's actually not a bad healer.
What?
What? You gave away the secret.
Wait, hold on, guys. Stop the show. Stop the show. Stop the presses. Somebody clip this. Like, stop everything. We just have to just halt production. Quality production, by the way. What did you just say? Speak into my good ear.
I just said it. I'm going to hear it again.
No, I just need to hear it one more time. I feel like there's a guy way in the back that didn't hear what you just said.
ASMR,
not a
right?
bad healer on your monk. Actually, I would go as far to say as you are a good healer on the monk.
Guys, did I just hallucinate, or did everybody else hear that same thing? Is it one of those things where I heard what I wanted to hear, but it wasn't really what happened? I need somebody that is watching live to confirm that you heard the same thing I just heard. Like, I can't even trust Murky at this point because I feel like they both
need you
should
to
be
put your balls in my hand right now. You don't deserve them right now.
I just need to know if anybody heard what he just said.
I heard him butter you up.
Well, I mean, I'm not butting her up because it's actually true. So
Is it because we're about to go on a road trip and you don't want to be in a car with me angry? Like, is that...
No, I can shut you down when in the car. Ejectocito, cuz!
oh my God, I actually... Never mind, we'll talk about that later. Anyway,
but no, I've...
He got it! Not a bad healer. But did you get the part where he ventured to say it was a great healer?
I intended to do a lot this week, but it didn't work out.
Yeah.
But no, it was still a solid week. We got all the normal done on the raid.
We did. We cleared it.
And that was good. So
Cahoon's a cunt, by the way. Even on normal, cunt.
So it doesn't sound like an accomplishment, but because we have like 12 to 14 members that are consistent,
we're a brand new raid team.
Because we are rebuilding it up, but it was a lot of fun in the raid. I'm feeling good about that, and it was just getting the monk ready because I actually really enjoy monk, and it was nerfed to hell the last expansion, so I didn't play it a lot, but I might play the monk a little bit. Yeah, that's my week in WoW.
Good deal.
Yeah, we did. We've been doing leveling stuff. Although I have to confess, guys, I pulled some stuff that I complain other people do to me, and I feel really bad. And although before show,
now we're switching it around.
Before show, Rem said, like, he was bitter, so I said, okay, now you did things to me, I've done things to you, now we're square, right? We're even. We can reset, and we both have, there's no, we don't need to do the power flip game of who outdid who in the
one
angry.
Up each other, yeah.
Yeah, like, we could just move on now in a healthy fashion. God damn it, that fucking cup. So, the Cahoon fleshlight, get the fuck out of here. Murky, why wasn't that your idea? Why wasn't that your idea?
Oh my god.
Gonna make millions.
Did you say as an elemental shaman you can't get in raid? Come to the raid team. If you can pull the minimum DPS, you could join my raid team. I love shamans of all types. Well, there's a few over the years that I didn't particularly jive with.
There's something about ancestors isn't good, yeah.
He just uses me to pay for server transfers and then goes to raid on a mythic guild, on my server. That's okay, I'm not bitter about that anymore. But so we've been leveling the monks, and he waited for me. On Saturday, which is our day, the first time ever, and it's not really his fault, to be honest, because it's the first time ever I did what I said I was going to do on a Saturday. I was up, I had my coffee, I did DitchCon stuff, and I was in game at like 11 o'clock. But it's only because my husband wasn't here, because he went to pick up my daughter. So I was like, I don't got nothing to do. I don't have my kids are playing video games. Why can't the mom video game? So I did, and I was in game all day. I did Bell stuff, I did Wrecking Bell stuff. I did some normal dungeons, which pushed me higher in the leveling process.
An entire level.
It was an entire level. And I feel bad because I've complained that, like, we had a plan, and then because I had a real life thing going on, like, I couldn't do that plan. And so I did. I was like, fuck him. He wasn't even here today. Like, I got shit to do. I can't wait for him. My time is limited, so I just did things.
My ass was in bed the whole day, by the way, because I was fucking dead.
I feel bad. So I just wanted to confess that to you guys, that I feel bad. And I wanted him to know that I feel terrible. Well, I don't feel terrible, but I feel...
I know you don't feel terrible, but the fact that you said it on the show is... Oh, wow.
See, this is me being a grown-up. But I also have one more confession.
I was an accessory to this crime.
Oh my God. You're son of a bitch.
There's another part to the crime that I didn't tell you because I knew you were going to yell at me. So I'm going to use the show as a means to... Remember we talked about how we could be like those bands that work out all their stuff in a creative...
No, we need a, I just lost.
Perky was an accessory, and Candace was also an accessory. Sorry,
Quit
Candy.
selling us out, you bitch!
No secrets, remember? Our group doesn't have secrets anymore. So
Precious secrets.
I did unlock the last 2
War campaigns.
footholds.
You son of a bitch.
I am so not sorry, but the reason I'm not sorry is because it's easier for you to jump in and do something than it is me, because you are independent and you do things. So, but I did want to confess that I did do them. However, what I was going to do, just so that we're all clear, I was going to pretend like I didn't do them and do them with you so that we could do them together, because I felt like such a jerk. But I don't know that when people do that to me, they've ever felt that level of guilt, because I felt pretty bad. And I told Travis last night, I'm like, fuck. He asked if I wanted to do it, and I had to like sidestep him because I wasn't ready to confess and I didn't want to lie yet, so I'm just gonna wait, and then I'm just gonna tell him.
You just ignored.
When I said like I don't
Okay.
want to be a liar, so I'm just
Maybe.
gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him that I did it, and then do it with him, because I'll do stuff with you. Even like he does it for me. If he's over past me and I'm still leveling, like he'll do stuff to get me.
We need an Iron Sheik.
Well, guys, I made the confession, and I am a grown-up now, and now we are even,
Even Stevens.
which means I'm not allowed to be that bitter woman that brings up old shit. Right now, I have to be.
And then grow past it, be best friends, road trip to BlizzCon, and have a blast.
Oh, he's gonna hate me in the car. I tried to give him an out. Even I
No,
messaged.
I. So you don't understand. I was in the car with my mother. You've been with my mother for an entire night, so you know how she is. She never. I love her, but she. Oh god. From Texas to California,
She's
like I was survived.
she's an
We'll
older
be
woman
fine.
who doesn't realize she's an older woman just yet.
I know. I love her dearly.
Don't
but
tell her I
know.
said that. I really hope she doesn't watch the show. I think she doesn't.
Hey, mom, did you see her latest show?
I love her dearly, but she does not realize she's clinging on, man, like to the death before.
Yeah.
And I don't particularly care for it.
My mama says she's old, but I can't say shit because she watches every episode.
Yeah, but she's not.
She ain't old. She's kicking ass.
She doesn't have a nose ring, and
Oh, I'm sorry.
like at least she's fun.
Yeah.
But
Thank
honestly,
God, Mom.
yeah,
Thank
stage
God.
3 clinger. Oh my god, I love Wedding Crashers. Oh my god, that's gonna make me cry. Okay. I'm a little emotional and I don't know why this week. I know why. I watched the last episode of The Office for like the 7th time, and I was blubbering, literally just in tears, and there was nothing sad. It was all good things.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember.
I'm just terrible. I'm in a terrible way. Merc, what did you do this week in World of Warcraft?
I rated. Back to you.
You partook in the committing of a crime.
Yeah, I don't know. I did my raid. I streamed a little bit. We killed Gahoon as a guild on normal, and then I went and did on heroic because I'm a tryhard.
The tryhardiest of the tryhard. Well, I'm the tryhardiest of the group.
I haven't done any mythics, I think, yet this week because everybody's just been kind of busy.
Well, you've already
but-
cleared heroic, Cahoon, right?
No,
That's what he just said.
that's my first
no.
time this week.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is the
I
first
for
time.
some reason thought you cleared it last week. I don't.
No.
I
I've got
assumed
that
in your
done.
tryhardiness that shit was done first week it was out. So
Well, I thought
no,
about
I really did.
skipping I thought about skipping the guild raid to join my other friends,
you would never
But-
do that because I know where you live.
and I didn't. I came and raided with you guys, and I missed out on all those kills just for the Progress R guild
Look
because
at
I like
you.
to help the
Look
little
at
people.
you. That doesn't mean he loves us. That means he fears me.
It really
History and precedence has dictated that.
is. I got my helmet on.
Oh my god! Did you clean it first?
I drank the water out of it.
Oh, it was just water.
Oh, just water. Okay.
All I kept thinking about was your hair was going to be stickier than normal.
No, that's water. Sorry, that was probably loud.
Stickier than normal.
Oh, ew.
The wrong head.
Whoa. I tried to tell him that's what socks and Kleenex are for, but he mentioned something
Not
shower.
dryer sheets and sandpaper.
The grinding pepper.
Also, not for nothing, my toilet paper, I've used the same toilet paper for like 9 years.
They don't sell that anymore.
No, they changed their formula.
Uh-oh.
I walked out of the bathroom and I told my husband, did you feel like when you were wiping your ass? And he goes, it felt like sandpaper. He literally finished my sentence and I'm like, okay, so it's not just me. He's like, no, it's not the same formula. They literally have changed their formula and I'm very upset.
This is a bad batch.
If anybody uses Angel Soft and feels like they have changed their formula and it feels, it's still
Like it's chafing or something?
yeah, it's still lint free, so I'm still going to use it because I don't like the other toilet papers because they're linty. But
That's what
Bad mouth.
everybody keeps telling me I have it on my list, but I haven't had like the mental bandwidth. I've been rewatching things I've already seen so that
We'll
I can
watch
just
it at BlizzCon.
Why? Because I can hear the white noise in the background and focus on what I'm doing. But if it's something new, I'm going to be focused on that instead of.
No, it's.
But it is on my list, and it is something the group quotes. So see,
All the time.
your mom uses the same toilet paper. She knows what I'm talking about. Oh wait, you are talking about toilet paper? Because that'd be embarrassing if you weren't. I already gave you guys my weekend wow, and it was basically like I did a dirty, shady thing to my buddy and attempted to cover it up.
I'm guilty.
I expected it from Murky, not. Just kidding.
Well, so to be fair though, there wasn't a lot of XP gained from that. You should know.
Which is weird because you were like 20% below me, and then you got
Most of that was dungeons. There was. I didn't even get like 30% from doing the other two.
Hold on. Fuck you, Ewok. That's gross.
They're okay. See,
No.
no, you're not crazy. You're not crazy. The Angel Soft has done something. I'm gonna start a mass Twitter campaign this weekend. To, like, you guys watch, you're going to see a series of tweets. It's just like when I called out Nature Valley for their soggy cereal. Like,
But you put milk in it, Belle. What the hell?
I know, but they said on the box specifically won't get soggy, and 2 seconds after the milk was in there, that shit was fucking
Wait,
mush
it
at the bottom
says
of the
doesn't
bowl.
get soggy ever?
No, it just says,
Ever.
like, it's super crunchy, so it, like, the ad was, like, not soggy.
I'm about to say,
They said they changed their recipe so it wasn't soggy, and it was a lie.
they have to have a wax coating over it.
No, I am going to start a mass campaign to Angel Soft on Twitter, and I'm going to tell them, look, fuckbags, like, I've used all manner of your toilet papers, including the wonderful lavender scent, and it was literally like
Heaven.
wiping my cooter with sandpaper.
God damn it.
For reals. It's a true story.
So instead of Angel Soft, it's more Angel Soft. It's more of Angel chafing my ass.
Hold on. I may have an old partial roll in here I can go and compare, and then I'm going to make a video on it. I'm going to send that shit to those fuckers and let them
Please
know.
don't show the.
Yeah.
Because if it's not just me, that means there's multiple people around our world here that have experienced the same change in toilet paper quality.
I mean, this isn't the first time some of them has done this. Like, for instance, when cereal boxes somehow get smaller, but it's more expensive.
It's true.
They do it all the time.
Yeah,
a
it's
bit.
true. You're right. So
I just buy the bag.
Never get single ply.
yeah, I did check to make sure it was the same kind we normally use. Yeah, no, nobody likes that finger down Mud Alley. That's not fun for anyone. That's not fun for anyone. But I'm a triple wrapper. You dig my vibe? I'm a triple wrapper.
Yeah, you have to at least double or triple.
But I also start with wet toilet
You
paper.
wrap your hand 3 times
Yeah.
like karate chop the crack.
Cottonelle is the most linty toilet paper there is. It is literally, I have done a lint test, guys. Real life. Okay? I don't have a problem looking between my legs. I think it's important as women that we do that. I've done a lint test because Northern used to be my favorite toilet paper. And then something stuff happened and I didn't have Northern for a really long time. So I was on a quest 10 years ago to find that I found Northern to be very linty. Cottonelle, I really liked the commercials with the bear. That shit was fucking hysterical to me. Or not Cottonelle, Charmin. Charmin is the second most lintiest toilet paper, but Cottonelle leaves, it says that it doesn't leave anything behind, but if I were a lesser person, I would show you pictures. So, scope it out for yourself. You don't even have to take my word for it. Just
I'm good.
Give it a little check.
I'll just take your word for it.
Just give it a little check.
I mean, you guys don't use rags that you just throw in the rag? No, I'm kidding.
Just give it a little check.
Wait, you guys don't use hand towels?
Yeah. The reusable rag pile. Oh, that's so
Just
gross.
thinking-
I just joke about that. That's fucking disgusting.
I'm sorry, guys.
Does
sorry.
anybody want to invest in our new toilet paper company? Because we're going to make a toilet paper that is not linty and it is soft and strong and doesn't feel like you are prepping your asshole for a coat of paint.
We're gonna call it the Whispering Eye Soft Wipes.
Yes! Oh my god.
Wipe your poon with Pwnecast.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
No!
We're incorrigible. Guys, we're going to get the hell out of here. We have
getting
spent
worse.
I didn't even think we were going to have enough for an hour-long episode, and yet here we are making the dream happen. And we have had
Oh, that's still happening.
another full episode. I expect to not wake up to anything on Twitter, anybody complaining or anybody emailing me about how I'm an asshole, or anybody feeling the need to apologize because they feel like they wronged me. I think
Pwn the poo with Pwnecast.
I think we've done good things here, and I'm excited about those good things.
We're gonna make Pwn wipes instead of.
Oh my god.
Pwn the poo with Pwn wipes.
I haven't decided how we're going to handle BlizzCon week yet since Thursday. Like, I haven't decided how that's going to be handled. Ideally, what I would like to do is I would like to do a show, but I don't know how I can do that.
Well, maybe do a show with all of us on the same thing at the fountain.
Maybe. I don't know.
Not like on Twitch, but like, video.
I don't know. I'm not
Live
sure.
streaming, you all got good phones.
So, Apple, I'm gonna be real. I don't think it's necessarily a question of salty. Like, to me, it's one of those things where there's a line, and although terms of service is the terms of service is its own line, but there's a line that gamers have, and some people teeter that line, some people go on the opposite side of that line. I personally am not in the business of supporting real money exchanging hands, but also at the same time, who am I to tell somebody how to make their money, right? I think it's unethical, and I think it should have been not real money. Can't you just be like, do gold like everybody else? I just feel like it was like they were being greedy cunts.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'm not even gonna lie. I report every single advertisement I see for Real Life Money in the Mythic, in the Dungeon Finder. I report it.
Yeah, I don't think real money should exchange hands for when it comes to a video game. I really think that.
It's only bad because they were caught.
Well,
I mean,
A lot of people in the world don't get caught for doing some shit that's shady.
It's only illegal.
so I just want to make sure I'm clear. I don't think it's bad for any other reason other than I think the story that it tells for players in game is a different story. That's the only reason I have a problem with it, because you're essentially paying for achievements that you didn't earn. So to me, I feel like it changes the culture of how we are as gamers and the pride that we take in the achievements that we get. It isn't about that you're making money or that you're spending money, because it's your money. I don't fucking care what you do with it. I'm trying to start a brothel and sell vagina. Like, who am I to judge there, right? But I feel like from an achievement standpoint, you're paying for carries and you're paying real life money for things that the community as a whole has to work hard for. Not everybody works hard. Sometimes a vagina enters the room and they get whatever they want for free, right? So, like, we all know, we've seen. I don't have to tell anybody. But I feel like it dilutes the community as a whole with the achievements, and whether it directly affects me, I just think it tells a different story, and I don't like the story that it tells. That's my opinion. What about you? We can close the show with your guys' thoughts.
Yeah, it's a heavy topic. I mean, there's things about me you didn't know. I used to do pilot runs for challenge modes back in the day, so.
I'm sorry, you did what? Hold on, what?
Piloting for challenge modes.
What's that mean?
It means you play somebody else's character to do the challenge modes for them.
Ooh, that's even...
That was even worse.
Okay, now I don't agree with, like, competitive stuff, but there are times when, in a pinch, I've needed something, and you have helped me do it, so I don't feel bad about that, just so we're clear. There have been occasions, but it was never, like, something like, you know what I mean? It was usually to, like, help me level.
You might need to retract that.
Why? Well, I mean, I didn't say anything specific.
I don't do it anymore, and that account was banned, so don't even worry.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to take the 6 months twice over, and we're done. So.
And why did you?
The money wasn't terrible. I mean, if you're good at the game, you're good at what you do, and the money's there. It's like, why not? But that's different because that was a 5-man group. This, I mean, it's not really different, but it's a 5-man group versus, you know, this raid team of 20. Were they doing Mythic or just Heroic?
It was for the Mythic. For
the Mythic, so that's 20 people. I don't think everybody in that raid team would have known what was actually going on, because to divvy up whatever they were paying wasn't going to be enough to pay that entire team, because you get paid shit.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's like you that got the actual money, I bet.
Right. So I don't think everybody should have been banned, but I mean, like, when you sign up for these runs for a portion pay, you kind of know what's going on. So.
Well, let me confess.
You get caught for shit, and that's it.
I once paid in-game gold for some of my guildies to get a mount that I couldn't give them. And I don't feel bad. Not even 1 iota.
Oh, was it the moose thing?
It was 100% because I couldn't get
I remember that, yeah.
I couldn't get them in a friendship run. I couldn't, and me as a guild master, I just couldn't get, like, we couldn't carry anybody. We barely, like, I don't even know if we had killed Archmon at this point. Like, I don't remember, but I remember being frustrated for my guildies. I have buddies on, they don't raid anymore, but there was another guild master that I knew, and they were Mythic, and I paid. Oh,
masters.
I paid gold, in-game gold. There was no real money, and it was strictly for, not even the achievement. Nobody cared about the achievement. It was, I think it was people that had missed the kill and we couldn't carry, and there was some people that got kicked out of the run because of their DPS. I paid for them to get their mounts, and I got to tell you, I don't feel bad 1 iota. I don't agree with it 100%, and I stand by my statement, but I also did what I needed to do as a guild master to make sure that my guildies got what they needed, and I don't feel bad for it.
Mm-hmm. And see, and it's tough. It's kind of the gray area because it was in-game gold, which, I mean, you didn't buy gold, I'm assuming. I know you wouldn't buy gold.
It was before tokens were a thing.
Well, no, but I mean, like, legitimately going to those sites with the Chinese, like, you wouldn't do that.
I would never put Bell at risk. That's
like the dumbest thing you could do. It's so caught.
I would never put Bell at risk like that, ever. So
in-game for in-game is that gray area where people hate people who do it, but there really was a limitation for it. But for the cash, that's straight up, you're getting busted eventually.
Yeah, I personally wouldn't pay in-game gold or real-life money for runs or anything like that, but it doesn't hurt me if somebody's using in-game gold. I don't agree with him making cash value out of game.
But especially if, like, the achievement itself.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, the mount was tied to the, like, you couldn't get the mount without getting the achievement.
Yeah.
So this was one of those things where the achievement wasn't what, I think it was like 11 of the guildies. Might have been 9. I feel like 9 or 11 was the number because we had to do them in sets, groups.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the achievement that anybody wanted. It was the mount. So
yeah.
I think there is a gray area, and I know that it's our job to have an opinion, and even if it isn't our job, we still have an opinion. I think I can disagree and not partake in. If somebody ever tried to charge me some real life money for some shit in game, I'll
leave $200 under the banana.
You did leave $200 under the banana, and I think that, I mean, why play the game if you're going to pay to get achievements to make you look better than what you are? Really, what's the point? What are you getting out of it if you're paying for these runs? You get the AOTC for Mythics, so you get what are you getting?
AOTC is heroic.
We banged the hell out of price.
Was it not for Mythic?
No, AOTC is heroic.
But isn't there an AOTC for Mythic as well?
Cutting Edge.
Cutting Edge. You're right. Cutting Edge. My bad. Sorry. Obviously,
You could bang the price out of at the last week of Pandaria, those challenge modes. You bang the price out of, and people would pay it. So I'm sure people did it for Mage Towers too when it was the last week, and people upped their prices for doing it for people. But
listen, I remember Secret Sauce and me and my brother and Aja, and we spent the rest of the year-long left in Siege of Orgrimmar doing runs and putting together shit shows and pugs, and this was back when you had Flex, and it was a nightmare to get everybody their weapon.
Oh, the heirloom weapons?
Their heirloom
I
weapon.
never got that because I didn't raid.
And I remember seeing people charging for people to get that, and I remember literally 7-8 hours banging our heads against a wall because people don't understand mind control on Garrosh in general, and we we could have paid, and we didn't. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
y'all send up.
That's all I got to say about that.
So we are going to go. I have to eat because I had only a Pop-Tart today and the 2 donuts that I ate
Brown sugar
earlier.
cinnamon?
Huh? No,
Brown
I
sugar
got cherry. I do have the brown sugar cinnamon in there, but I ate a cherry.
Those are so
one.
much better.
The cherry was pretty good.
I hate the fruit.
Cherries are good.
Well, I
Pop-Tart.
think I don't know necessarily.
You like it better when you can pop it.
Well, I want to try the frosting free cherry.
And then that frosting isn't frosting, by the way.
It's not really frosting.
schmagma.
It's just hardened sugar.
It's just schmagma.
Oh, also figured out the fogger for DitchCon. We are a go. But with that being said, we are going to get on out of here. Hey, guys, thanks for hanging in there. I apologize that this show was very...
We did the best we
We
could.
really did. But, guys, I am exhausted. Literally, I am sitting here a zombie.
I'm a little tea. Sure.
I barely put on a bra 45 minutes before the show.
Me too.
So we are excited to... It was probably Wes the stuff from...
God.
Murky's mom knows. Like, she raised him. She knows what she was working with.
I was a young... Never mind.
Hopefully you guys followed on Instagram or Twitter. I did post adorable pictures of my 2 boys. My 6-year-old is Slenderman, and my 8-year-old is Super Saiyan. Well, God mode. I did some picture effects to them when I took pictures in their costumes. That was a little extra. I was a little extra. So I got a text message saying I ran someone off the server. Hold on.
Oh, did we root him out?
Oh, Ella, you're busted. He thought I was running people off the server. He saw her logged in on another server. I know she's watching. He was like, "Did you run her off the server?" No? Why? She's lucky she even has time to game. She's got real life going on. You know, children and...
Is he Bumblebee?
I'm a bumblebee.
Guys, it's just going to get worse as the night goes on. We are going to get out of here. We have to go and get Rem. We have to get Rem maxed out so I can stop feeling like a jerk. We love you all. Thank you for putting up with us. And
yes, we platonically love you because, you know, hashtag me too.
What if you didn't play?
That's not how this works.
Me too. My favorite skits.
Son of a bitch.
There's no... I just have to roll. There's nothing I can do to save it. It's an ending. It's a train wreck waiting to fucking happen. It's a train wreck.
Just
let it go right now. Next week's special guest, my mama.
Guys, I have to open this box I taped together because I want a donut.
Why did you do it?
Well, I remember I was going to transfer it to another vessel because I broke the box.
Vessel.
It was almost my daughter's fault. I had stale donuts.
I did the greatest wish. Oh my god!
I told you I was gonna do it. I know I forget stuff, but I remember.
He had his gun ready, but he forgot.
I remembered. I put him in the credits. I even put your picture. I didn't just like put your name, and I changed out. I put Winstead as the audio. Guys, I need a knife to open my box of donuts.
These are your nails.
Well,
Just eat through it.
hold on. We gotta work this out.
All I gotta do is pack up my computer now and go home.
Still live, boys.
Oh shit.
Shit. We're going home.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, have a good time.
Hold on. I just wanted to play the Donkey Roll once before we go.
Oh, we're still on. Damn it.
Donkey Roll.